Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's up, guys? We are live. So we're doing another in-studio podcast. We haven't done this in over a month, but we want to bring this back. The reason we took a little time off is because I wanted to kind of tinker the concept a little bit. We've been doing a lot of debates, but we're going to get back into doing this. And I've taken a lot of your feedback into account. So I think you guys are going to get a better experience, right? And also we fixed some of the tech stuff. All right, so let's welcome the ladies to the panel. It's supposed to be 3. We got 2. That's okay. I think we'll have a good discussion either way. So you want to start off with your introduction real quick?
Hi, I'm Sabrina Perez.
And I'm Stephanie Fournier.
Cool.
What do you guys do for work? Like just a tiny background.
We both do OnlyFans.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of OnlyFans do you do?
Adult content, any kind of boy, girl, girl, anything in the same.
Pictures.
Okay, so you go all out. You go all the way.
All the way.
Yeah, we do
Oh. Do you guys
Do it
do OnlyFans with each other, or is this just purely like a friendship type of thing?
often.
Often,
Oh.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not just platonical, right? Yeah. You didn't friend zone each other.
No.
Right? Okay.
All right, awesome.
That's
So
great.
let's start off with this question because I think this is an interesting question for OnlyFans girls. You probably get hit up a lot by a lot of dudes.
Mhm.
I have no trouble believing that. What determines whether the guy goes in the customer zone, i.e., buy my pics or GTFO, and between a guy you might potentially go on a date with?
Confidence.
Looks.
Expand a little.
I mean, what do you think? I try to route as many people to customers as possible. So if
Yeah.
you're making it past that, you're doing something. Usually, I'll like go after that person rather than the opposite way.
Think about the last guy that made it past that. What did he do?
Oh gosh.
If
Let me
that ever
look,
happened.
actually.
Mine was my ex, actually.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Mm,
So what did your ex do?
wait a minute.
Well, he pretended to be a good guy.
Oh.
I gave him a chance, and he did a 360 on me,
Well, what kind of goodness? Like a kind-hearted gentleman, or
like a gentleman.
Okay.
And, he was like obsessed with me, which I loved. He would post me on Instagram everywhere, show me off to his friends, which is something that every girl likes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let's take a step back. So did he DM you? How did he meet you?
I think he started on Snapchat. Yeah, from Snapchat to texting.
What did he say on Snapchat?
Oh, he would just send me he'd take me working and stuff. And I don't know. I used to ignore him, and then eventually
you gave it a chance?
I gave it a chance.
So he was pretty persistent.
He was persistent.
Okay, like how many messages in a row before you finally responded?
I don't remember. I even took a screenshot one time.
It's got to be at least 3.
Do you still have the screenshot?
By any chance?
No,
Okay.
I deleted everything.
Okay, so he messaged you a lot on Snapchat, and what was he like? Hey, I like your content, or what was he saying?
Well, I had recently broken up with someone before him, and he was like, "Hey, let me be your rebound. Let me take you out. It's my birthday. Give me a chance."
Mm-hmm.
So I did that.
Okay, so what was the first date?
We went to the wharf. had
The
some
wharf.
Drinks. Yeah.
Okay, did you guys hook up on the first night?
Yeah.
Okay, how long were you guys at the wharf for?
I think
Maybe like a police detective.
a couple hours.
Couple
Okay.
hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you like about him?
He was very confident.
He was very confident. Okay.
Interesting. So confident guy, but hits you up on OnlyFans, moves you over to Snapchat, and then get the
No,
number.
she hit her up on Snapchat.
Okay,
Yeah.
directly. Okay.
What made you not put him in the customer frame?
First, I didn't even know he was a fan. He told me, I think on the second date. that he was
Okay,
a
so
fan.
it's information that was kind of hidden. So technically
Yeah.
speaking, you do not know that he was actually a customer when you
Isn't
first went
Snapchat
out with
mostly
him.
fans?
Mostly, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just random people. I have my Snapchat. I have my Snapchat on my Instagram.
Okay.
So if a guy wants to hook up with you, is it better for him not to say that he's a fan of your OnlyFans?
I guess, yeah, it's better not to say.
Okay, so that's commonly what porn stars say. Like if as soon as the guy tells them that he watches their porn, they immediately put him in the customer frame. So it's better to be like vague and just have that look like maybe I've seen you, maybe I haven't. Okay, so you guys went to the wharf. You hooked up the first night. How long until you started dating?
How long? Well, we wouldn't stop seeing each other after that.
Okay.
What did he look like? Was he a white guy, Hispanic,
White guy,
white
Okay.
guy,
Italian.
Italian? Okay.
Oh no.
Tall, jacked.
He was tall, not Jack.
Okay, like a skinny, tall Italian.
Skinny, yeah.
Skinny
Okay.
fat, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the first night, so you guys start dating. Why did the relationship end?
Well, because he wasn't that guy anymore. He wasn't a gentleman anymore. He just changed. I think, I'm not sure. I think he has BPD
Okay.
because of the way that the whole relationship started. It happened so fast. You know? And then
What did he start doing? What were the red flags?
he wanted to have more female followers. Like he would follow girls, and I told him how I felt about it.
Mhm.
It just, I don't know, he didn't respect that.
Okay.
He kept doing it. That was the first red flag.
Okay, seems like a fairly mild one. What was the next one?
After that, he felt like I was controlling him.
He
because of
killed my
that.
dog. Okay, so he was controlling you, or you were controlling him, or
He felt like I was controlling him.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't. I was just telling him how that made me feel. Like if
Uh-huh.
that's what you want to do,
Mm.
then I don't think it's gonna work out.
Okay, but you're missing a big detail here. You moved
Okay.
in with him.
Oh yeah, I did that.
she was like, I was trying to leave that out. Thank you for.
I was.
Okay, so you moved in together. Yeah, how long until you moved in together? How long were you dating before you moving in?
2 weeks.
Oh, that's way too
Wow,
soon.
that's
I
way too
know.
soon.
Wow, what were you
I
thinking?
know.
If I was your father,
So
I would
you were
scold
basically like having the whatever the honeymoon phase, like
2 weeks.
yeah, it's
together,
like
yeah.
that's insane, like honeymoony phase. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks.
I wouldn't even tell a girl my real name up the first 2 weeks. You're
Yeah.
like you're like already moving together. Okay, all right. Well, bold move. So the relationship ended. Okay, how about you? What was your what's the story you have of someone who I guess hit you up who got outside the customer frame?
Through OnlyFans.
Literally, someone met me on Instagram and they hit me up every single day, replied to every single story, and he had a lot of like characteristics that I tend to go for, but he just
For
kinda
example?
kept throwing.
What are those?
He likes being outside. He owns a business. He's very busy. I
Okay.
like busy guys. I don't like if you're not doing anything all day and I'm not doing anything all day, that's going to be a problem.
But that,
Literally, he was not too busy to hit you up all the time.
yeah.
But that, yeah,
Exactly.
it was kind of a weird dynamic because I was like, if he's going to do all this, then that's kind of really going for it. And he just kept, because I had given him a little bit of time, like a couple conversations over text, and he just seemed to like be throwing himself at me too hard. So
Okay.
eventually, literally 3 months of texting me every single day,
Every single day. So technically speaking, 90 messages.
a lot of things. He
Probably way more.
eventually, I started replying to him, gave him a chance, gave him a first date.
Oh wait, so
It was
he
good.
he messaged you for 90 days without a single response from you?
Very few responses. Sometimes just like the message, you
Okay.
know, just to like politely ignore.
Wow.
That's politely ignoring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just like, it's like if you
It's
keep
like-
only
it's
liking,
fuck off.
yeah, it's like calm down or like just don't message me. That kind of
Yeah.
dropping a hint.
So for 90 days, wow, for 90 days, every day he was messaging you. You were just like liking his message or giving like one word responses. That is a lot. So what? How did you not come to the conclusion that guy's like super needy, right? Because I feel like
I feel like it would be red flags, right? And,
Well-
and maybe it still could be. I haven't like really seen it through yet, but
Mhm.
he hasn't tried to kill me yet. So
I mean,
it's
that's
working
the
out.
main flag you got to watch out
Yeah,
for. Right?
literally.
But you weren't
the
like
date
kind
was
of
good.
you
Like,
weren't
the
kind
date
of
was normal.
but you weren't kind of turned off by the neediness of
Oh,
it?
super turned off by it. That's why I didn't reply for 90, like approximately 90
No,
days.
what
I was
what
like-
what
happened after 90
pushed you
days?
to actually giving him
I
a
went
chance?
through a breakup with
Okay.
the guy that I was
Seeing at the
smashing
time?
on top of
Okay.
him. Yeah, just like ignored him to be with him, and
Okay, so it was like a timing type of thing.
yeah.
All right, so you
I'm a Bumble girl. I'm like I like to reach out to men. I'm not like the other way around. I find like the messaging to be very annoying. Like the DM surfing is just not really.
all right, so this dude is hitting you up for 90 days. You respond to him. That is persistence right there. You guys go out. What was your first date?
He took me to a very nice restaurant, pretty far north, and he made me drive 45 minutes. I love that.
Oh, you love that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What if a
Like-
guy's
So
like,
you
yo,
love driving?
yo,
or-
I live in Minnesota. Drive like 20 hours to me.
No. No,
so
that's
do
too
you,
much.
do you
too
love
much.
to
That won't
drive, or do you
happen.
love going to the person that you're excited to meet?
I think it's good to make someone work for it a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially
I
after
agree.
all the work he put
That's what
in.
we do. That's what we do.
So yeah.
Just make you drive around like Miami for like several hours. Like, oh, I'm over
Don't
here,
give
I'm
me
over
the
there.
address or like give me the wrong address.
Wrong address.
Constantly
Like,
send her around.
wrong zip code, and
No,
then
the one that like shows up wrong on Apple Maps. That one.
I should,
yeah,
I should have
that
done that.
always
I should have
happens.
done that with a podcast, just giving you like a wrong like studio or something.
Send me to Icon South Beach. I'm out
make you
there
work
waiting
for it. Yes,
like 2
Icon
hours.
South Beach, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you go to this restaurant, and then did you guys hook up on the first night?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
He got it. Like I mean, that's a story in persistence, I guess.
Yeah,
What-
that is.
what
crazy.
did this dude look like?
He's actually pretty cute and tall, like 6'4".
Also skinny.
No, big. Didn't work. Not like ripped, but big.
Uh-huh.
Good big.
So this guy saw you on OnlyFans and slid
And or
into your DMs?
Instagram. I'm not really sure which one because I
Okay.
don't really ask that exactly. You know,
Okay. But like
he
So-
found me on the interwebs and
interwebs. Okay.
fell in.
You
So
went
so
all
this
southern
so this
on-
dude also did not mention that he jerks off to your OnlyFans or whatever.
Definitely does though.
Yeah, but he did not
It's-
tell you that, right? Or did he?
When did you find
They
out?
definitely say things along those lines constantly.
Oh,
Okay.
so wait, did this guy do that though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was like, "Hey, I
Okay.
love your OnlyFans content."
Yeah.
Okay.
But then, what made you not put him in the customer frame?
That's a good question. Like, what's him? I think the persistence, really, just the
Mm.
persistence, because usually, like, fans will go to the website and text with the texter, you
Mm.
know, and
Yeah, the random,
like-
the
like a random
dude in the
Indian dude.
Philippines.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally,
Probably like an Indian
and be
dude.
good with that,
Yeah.
you know, and not come for me. So
Small Asian boy texting you back.
yeah,
Love your
so
hard cock.
usually if you're persistent past that, which I think, you know, my mistake or you know, might be a good thing, I don't know, but like it was that I gave him a slight conversation at first, and that made him realize that I was a real person or whatever it was, and he fell for it. And
But aren't the fanboys also persistent?
it's occasionally, yeah, sometimes they can be really persistent. Usually my worst fans are the ones that have met me in person, like the ones that know me, like usually like acquaintance girlfriends, ex-girlfriends that like went out with us that one
Okay.
time. That guy who like never said like more than
Anything
3 words to me
towards you in person.
in
yeah.
person. That
Yeah.
one is the worst fan.
Okay.
Mm.
He's gonna be
But so I'm curious. Okay, so this guy, it seems like there's some overlap, right? This guy's persistent. He's hitting you up a lot. What specifically made you like just go out with him, like versus just like the persistent fanboys?
a few vain things. He had a bigger boat than the last guy was.
Bam.
It-
Bigger
it
boat
was-
is
it was
enough.
the boat size.
Yeah,
You're
The
like
bigger
a
the
boat
better.
digger.
I'm a boat thing.
Oh.
I like the boats.
Okay,
so-
Boat
this is
sides.
such a Miami thing.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
bo- the boat. How big was this boat? Was it like a fucking 100-footer or something? Or
No, he like owned a better boat business because I've been with a guy who like did water sports, which is like jet skis and shit.
Yeah.
And literally one of the first things the guy said to me, I think he's like, I could shit out a jet ski. And I was like, oh, perfect.
so this is what this dude said.
Yeah. He
Oh.
was like, he's more into yachts. Like he owns like yacht management. And the other guy
That's
was more
insane.
into water sports. So it's like,
Ah.
That was insane.
So like the potential wealth played a factor.
yeah.
Oh,
When did he first invite you to the boat? Second date?
Actually, we're going tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the
Good luck.
first time you're ever going to the
Yeah,
boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll really find out if he's gonna kill me tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So my
Just
well, I'm
hope that
assuming
he's
if you
not
guys
gonna
have
take
already
you-
smashed and he didn't do anything, I don't think he's gonna like kill you now.
Maybe he's just trying to
You're- you're
rope
pro-
me
you're
in to
probably,
get it
you're
good.
probably in
you
the
know?
clear. You're gonna.
We'll
you-
see.
you enjoy-
You're just
wear some
watching
sunscreen. You don't want to get sunburned. That's your
Yeah.
only danger tomorrow.
Yeah, you're just watching like really bad TV. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what's putting you fear.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so how much do you think a guy having a boat? Like, what if I go on a fucking big ass cruise ship, take a photo so it looks like my boat is like humongous, like a 200-foot yacht or whatever? I don't know shit about yachts, but like, would that be like a
200
major
feet.
turn on for y'all?
As a boat girl, I can tell if it's your boat or if it's
Or not.
How do you tell that?
by
This
the
is the
type
vibe.
of trips that you're taking. If you're in like the bedroom of the boat with your stuff hanging up in the background, that's going to be a different vibe than if you're on like a fishing boat because you physically can't sleep on it.
Right.
Which is still like you can have a $200 $1 million fishing boat and $1 million yacht. It just depends.
Yeah.
Did both of these guys have good Instagrams? Like, did they have a lot of posts and shit?
No, they both have trash Instagrams.
Trash Instagrams.
So even your guy had a trash Instagram.
I think he was trying to build
No,
his, right?
He was trying to build his.
Okay.
So it's,
That's why he was following the girl.
it seems like the common pattern with these guys. Okay, let's try to put the pieces together. The common pattern seems to be both of these guys were persistent as
Mhm.
fuck, especially yours.
Mhm.
2, both of these guys were tall.
Mhm.
Both of these guys were rich, I assume. Was yours rich?
No,
Oh, he's no.
he pretended to be.
But you thought he was rich.
I thought he had some money.
Uh,
He liked to flaunt. He was like, I can't wait to be making a certain amount of money to
Oh, that's a
so that
technique.
you can quit.
Yeah, that's a technique some guys use actually. It's just-
but it seemed like the big thing is both of these were persistent as fuck.
Yeah, they were persistent.
Okay.
Mm.
So it seems like that seems to be the pattern. We had a chick on the podcast, one of our regulars, who had a guy DM her 50 times before she responded. I think they're now in the Bahamas together. So they're like your Instagram story. Okay, so it seems to be the pattern, which is, I guess, kind of like sad in a way that you have to like really bombard a girl to get her to respond.
But that's what
Have you ever had a guy that like just DM'd you once and it worked, or has every guy that ever gone out with you had to be persistent as fuck?
someone you never met before, basically a stranger on the internet?
Hmm.
Just one.
What happened?
And did you meet him?
Blue check marks.
Okay, blue check.
Yeah.
So you're a board girl and a blue check mark girl. You're wearing blue.
Um,
Bam.
The one that I'm thinking of didn't have a blue check mark. He just looked really good. Like he was my type. But I don't know. I got ghosted.
What's your type?
I like beard, tattoos.
Oh.
Someone that likes to work out.
So like tall, bearded Jack guy with tats.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a stereotypical. Yeah. Okay. All right. And what about you? What's your type?
Skinny guys with long hair, tan.
Let's
Like a
like
guitar
a hippie or something.
Yeah, I like the earthy
Rollerblade.
granola guys.
But the hippies never have boats. That's like a kind of
Yeah, well, I like the like
you're not gonna
driven
get
hippies.
you're not gonna get a rich hippie.
It happens.
It does.
Yeah, it's a rare breed, but it happens.
Okay. Yo, man, I got this boat, yo. Okay, so both these guys are persistent as fuck. Let me ask you this question: have you ever just done an OnlyFans collab with a random person?
Yeah, I have, but it's always reference.
Okay.
So I guess
Oh, yeah,
is that
reference.
good? Doesn't really consider.
I would count that. It's like someone you didn't know in real life. So what, like one of your girlfriends told you, like, yo, he has a big dick or something, or
It was a girl, yeah, and it was just kind of. I think it was you. Like you took a picture with Ada.
Oh,
And that was good enough for me. I was like,
well, no,
oh,
I'm
they
more
know
interested
each
in
other.
like dudes you've done OnlyFans collabs with.
Oh, okay.
I
I have a good
different.
one. Dro. Do you know who Dro is? Okay. He is really big on OnlyFans and stuff. And he literally just hit me up and I met up with him. He met me at my house. We had
Wine.
no, I don't even think we drank anything. We literally just sat down together, talked about OnlyFans, and then he ate my pussy on camera.
Did he fuck you?
All within like I think I was sick. So I was like, I don't want to like
Oh,
yeah.
So he just ate
It
your
was
pussy
quick.
out on camera.
We met through him.
He told me it was for an interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
And then he came.
very nice way to interview someone.
Yeah. No, and it worked out actually really nicely for me. Like shout out to him. He put me on to a ton of people.
Okay.
I think I just read right through it and was like, this is a good move. Like, let's
Oh
go. Let's do it on spot.
Same with me.
so okay. So if a guy has like a live cloud on OnlyFans, then you'll like do a collab with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's
I
like
mean,
networking.
Yeah.
you like to be safe, but like these are people that like people that know people that know people that know people.
What is considered a lot of OnlyFans cloud? Like what's
Clout, like follower wise.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what's the standard?
I say 20K minimum
And how many
Right.
followers do you have
on Instagram.
on OnlyFans?
Oh, is it 20K Instagram followers or 20K?
I'm saying Instagram because
Oh,
I
okay.
usually find people on Instagram. You're not. I mean, I guess you could find people on
Okay.
the site, but no.
Okay, so but how do you know that they're on OnlyFans? Are they hitting you up on Instagram? Because you like what? You like research them or something?
Usually, you can tell by the link in bio the way their
They
profile's
put
set
the-
up.
they put
Yeah,
the
you
link,
can
right?
see it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell when a girl has it, can't you?
Yeah, if she's like explicit about it, she has like follow me on my link tree or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if she's like low key about it, you can't really. I mean, it depends. Like if she has like super sexual photos, you can probably make like an educated guess. Like,
Yeah.
okay, there's 20 ass pics in like in a row. Like probably she's trying to like
In a
sell
matter of
something.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well-
yeah, the links, the little. Yeah.
Sometimes she could just be a thought. Like she's just like, no, I just like showing off my ass. Like
Yeah.
I don't have a business interest in it.
Those are the best ones, I think.
Yeah, they're good. They're
Yeah.
good. For sure.
Is it a red flag for you?
For hooking up, nah. For dating, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably. I don't think I would date a girl who's like really putting her ass out there like all that much. But a little bit of booty, I don't think would be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So I want to pose the question like this: what are some other guys that have DM'd you on Instagram that you met up with? I want to like look for patterns between what works. We found persistence one. What are some of the other ones?
What do you think?
Looks.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That could be one of them. Another one, if they have a lot of followers.
But isn't that like you can buy
Really?
followers now so easy? Like how do
Yeah.
you tell? I could just easily buy 1 million followers for like $100.
Yeah, no, I don't think follower count has anything to do with it. I think it's totally like the put togetherness
the
of the
activity,
feed. The
how many times, how many
activity.
posts there are.
Yes, like when was the last time they posted? Are they posting on their story? Do they have highlights? All of
Mhm.
those kind of things. Also, like if they have the travel reels, like every single city, especially like Mykonos and Ibiza, if you have those, a red flag, get them out of there.
Oh, why is that a red
Interesting.
flag?
Because it's just like I don't know, like
What's wrong
too
with
much, too
Ibiza?
much, too much. Nothing is wrong with Ibiza and Mykonos. I would go to those places, and I would go to those places with the man. I just think like if they kind of use it as like a tool, like to get, because that's kind of what they're doing, is using it as a tool to attract people.
What if they were just like
Possibly.
having a good time in Ibiza?
Because they're usually flashing things like bottles and
Okay, yeah.
money and stuff
Right.
like that. So it's kind of like
So I guess there's a more
what if
subtle way to
it's what
do
if it's
it.
just like a low key, like they were just hanging out in Mykonos, like
I
there's
know,
no
it's-
flashing.
it's totally possible, but I'm not talking about those kind of people. I mean,
Okay.
it's always it's like the flashy highlights of like, oh, I've been here, 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 and here, and I did it, checked it off, and I want you to see it so that I can get into seem
Okay.
more traveled and cultured to you.
Okay.
So let's say if that guy had like travel pics of him like hiking or like just doing adventure sports or things like that, would that be a better
Yeah.
indicator for you?
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it's in Ibiza or Greece or
Well, you're
Yeah.
still gonna be persistent as fuck, right?
Yeah, I still gotta be persistent.
Do you just do that? You give like every guy a little bit of a smoke screen just to like kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can afford to do that as a girl.
Yeah,
because
you
so
can.
many. How many dudes DM you every day? Like
At
ballpark.
least like 50.
At least 50.
how many
At
DMs do you
least
have
50.
right now? How many message requests?
It's probably like
Um,
thousands.
I just went through it earlier today, but I had like 109 because I went to Exotica last night.
Okay. That's
So
109.
it was fun. I met a lot.
So
of
when you went
friends.
to Exotica, did you like give your Instagram to a lot of people and that's why they're the
I
ones you're
actually didn't.
DMing?
I didn't. I
Okay.
think it was just the tagging that I was there and the
Okay.
pictures that I posted. They were really good. So
Okay.
they got the story.
What about you? How many DMs do you get a day?
I don't know. I don't like to read my DMs that much. I take like 3 to 5 business days to respond.
3 to 5 business days.
Yeah.
Like
so
UPS.
professional.
UPS.
Yeah. I only respond to like close friends,
Uh-huh.
and if it's a cute guy, yeah.
What about business? How do you get through the business request in the DMs? Like your request, you put yours is like
Podcast,
Podcast.
yeah, to get the attention.
first, yeah, to
Yeah.
get the attention. That's the only reason why I saw it right
Mm.
away.
All right.
It worked, but some business people or photographers or whoever it is are a bit more elusive, so it doesn't work. But how do you handle that? You still just wait 3 days? Go
No,
through it?
that goes.
She
through
does 2 to 4
the
days.
request ones. If they see, hey, I have a job for you, or
Mhm.
would like to collab, like photo shoot, that I respond to, or they send me an email.
Has any guy ever like started off by saying this is like a business proposition, but turned out to be like purely
Change
sexual?
camera first.
Happens all the time with photographers.
Change
I
camera
think.
first.
All the time with photographers?
I think so. Yeah.
Does it ever work?
Um,
Has it ever worked on you? Like, oh, this
There was
photo shoot
one
is
that
gonna
was
start
like-
soon.
there was one that was like kind of questionable where there was like, oh, we're gonna shoot OnlyFans content, and I was like, oh well, I don't really need OnlyFans content. I really need Instagram because I
Okay.
wasn't comfortable shooting with him, so I kind of played it off like, let's shoot something else. And then he kind of pushed it like, don't come unless you're coming for OnlyFans stuff, because I have 2 other OnlyFans girls
Okay.
here. And
So
I
did
was
you
kinda-
come?
No.
Oh.
I recently had one like
No, I
that.
didn't.
He was requesting. He was saying, "Oh, I can do a free photo shoot for you,
A feed?
Free.
free."
Oh,
Free,
free,
okay.
free. Okay.
If
And-
you did OnlyFans.
I responded. I even gave him my number because he had a blue check mark.
Uh-huh.
So I thought he was gonna be professional. So he goes,
But
like,
he wasn't.
"It's free if you do content."
It's free if you suck this
Can you
dick.
Yeah.
move closer to the mic? Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
okay.
he goes like, "It's free if you do the content." So I just didn't respond.
Yeah, I don't know
After
how I
that,
feel about that. Like, there's a very
don't
fine
know.
line between like collabing content creation and then the.
What if that guy had a lot of
Creepy.
like OnlyFans followers?
Then it would be more incentive to do it, but they would still have to be a gentleman and be good about it.
When you say be a
Yeah.
gentleman, what does that mean exactly?
Exactly. I mean, like, sweet talk me, like, like try something.
Hey,
like,
ma.
Yeah, like when I say Dro is like
I
the
see
most,
that booty.
like
I'd be Myron.
using Dro as an example, like he's the sweetest person ever, and like
Yeah, he's
he
sweet.
the way he slides in, it's like, okay, I want to do this with
How
you.
does he slide in?
Well, he makes you he makes you feel like it would be good for both of you, even though kind of in the back here you're like, oh yeah, you just want to F me. Like,
Can you read some of the messages like without giving away any
God.
personal info? But I'm curious, like what exactly his approach is.
Yeah, like even the first message is fine.
this mythical
Well,
drill.
we'd have to go way back.
This mythical.
You
You
can
can
just
just
search,
search his
right?
name. Yeah,
Yeah, so his name Dro
Dro.
I don't even know if he wants to.
Dro
I
your
think it
board.
started with his page because he used to have a lot of reels with
And he used to
like,
have another
interviews.
page.
Okay.
I don't think this
He
is his.
recently got deleted. I think.
He got deleted. The
Oh,
page
shit.
that he approached me on is deleted. So the
oh,
messages
well,
are
that's too bad.
It happens all the time with.
Yeah, I've heard that. So, has there ever been a situation where someone came in from like a business angle where they were like, "Yo, like let's do this or let's do a photo shoot," and then they wound up like hooking up with you?
Not yet.
I had one.
How did it go?
a photographer. It was just gonna be a photo shoot, and then that's how my page kicked in.
Oh,
But how did he go from the part where he was taking photos of you to the part where he was inside of you? Like, what was the transition?
he took photos inside of you.
Well, I was in my lingerie on the bed.
Yeah.
And we were drinking, and it happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. I like that.
So I kind of like that angle. That's like a type of porno where like the creepy photographer gets to like bang the hot chick.
Yeah.
You ever hear of the porno called net video girls?
No.
That's like the whole theme. Yeah, it's all acted. Obviously, it's not like really real, but like, yeah, he comes in. He's like, "Oh, we're just here for the calendar photo shoot," and then he winds up just like, "Oh, just take your dress a little bit down, just a little bit down." It's like basically that kind of thing, and he just slowly just like bombards the girls into fucking him.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time. I feel like here, and
Just never happened to you yet.
it just hasn't happened to me yet. I
Okay.
just see it happen all the time, and I'm very weird. I'm very cautious about
Okay.
the way that works.
What percent of the photographers do you think are trying to smash, and which percent do you think are trying to do like real content?
Oh God, like 50% are trying to smash,
50%?
and they just.
I
got
think
their
it's a
camera,
lot more
you
than
know?
that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's a lot more.
Does
I
it-
think it probably is, but like they're all like brand new. They just got their camera, and the pictures turn out awful. It's like, oh God. Why
doesn't
did I
it
do this?
fascinate you to the extent to which guys go to bust a nut?
No, I get it.
Yeah, isn't it like kind of fascinating? Like all these like angles you have to do. Like as a
Yeah.
girl, all you have to do is be like, "Hi."
Yeah, literally.
You-
You have to be a 6.
you-
You,
you
Or
know?
like just
You
be like,
don't,
I'm
need- you don't
bored.
even need to be a 6. You can be a 3 and get laid as a girl.
Literally.
Yeah, you know.
Literally.
The
I'm
bar
bored.
set pretty
That's
low.
it, yeah.
But I am kind of encouraged by your little photography lingerie story. That's interesting that worked. I've never done that. I've never combined business and like personal. But maybe that's food for thought. Food for thought. Okay, so do you think if a guy has a lot of like OnlyFans followers, like you would just be like down to do a content trade with him?
If he got.
Have
a
you ever
bit
heard
reference.
of someone called Mr. Lucky POV?
Oh my gosh.
haven't.
Or a DM?
I think I got invited to a collab with him through a friend. Yeah.
Did you do it?
I didn't know.
Oh, why not?
Because they're in Vegas?
He's Mr. Lucky POV.
They're in
Yeah,
Vegas,
they're
right?
in Vegas. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not in Miami.
No, I haven't. I just haven't been to Vegas.
But I
Okay.
think he does offer to fly you there.
What does that mean?
Well, sign up. I'm flying out in the morning now.
Like you just ask him. Like,
I
"Oh,
think
yeah."
if this is who I'm thinking of correctly, he's good.
He's the
And
guy
he
that-
has
he's the
that
most
huge rig.
I don't know how big his rig is, but he doesn't show his face, and he's the
Probably
guy,
not,
he's the number one paid male actor, I believe, on OnlyFans or porn in general.
Oh, that's amazing. What like because the being a male on there is way harder.
Yeah, I know.
So
But this guy's whole angle is he basically just bangs girls. He messages them like, "Hey, let's do a content trade." He gets like the hottest porn stars. They do content trades, i.e., bangs them. He makes money for it, and he doesn't show his face.
and he
It's
creates high quality content, but
Really
that's
high.
what sets him apart. And he
Um,
can probably stay hard.
I mean, it's like POV angle. I don't know how
Yeah.
high quality. I mean, it's like a different angle. It's like more like,
The girls like the videos, right?
Yeah, plus, like, the girls
way
are
they
pretty
look.
hot.
well, I think they like the result of the video, like
Yeah.
all the money that comes in after the video.
That, or they probably like the way that they look on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a huge thing. I think a lot of male creators are like they're very new with the camera. They don't make the girls look good. The girls don't really like the collab, but and then they therefore can't get more collabs from that.
How do you make a girl look good on
Good lighting, like
Good angles.
yeah.
lighting and angles? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the typical prescription. You
Yeah.
can make a girl who's like a 5 look like an 8 with good lighting and
Oh,
angles.
100%.
Plus,
And like
obviously, Photoshop.
grab her
face
face,
app.
like
Yeah.
do like the cute things that people. I mean, I don't even. The followers must like to see it, but the girls like to see it. I mean, it's like the caressing and the.
You're very soft spoken, you know.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you're good. You speak up a
It's
little
the
bit more.
tonality, not the volume.
Sorry.
Do you have any questions about this topic before I move on to the next one?
You can just scroll up. Two fingers.
No, if there's none, it's okay. We'll
Looks
move
like
on. We'll
candy
move on to the next topic. Okay, next topic. Top 3 things you want in a guy, ranked in order of priority. And be honest.
Oh.
Top 3 things.
Yeah, I'll go first and tell you. Well, not for a guy, but for a girl, what I would like. So for me, it would be, I would say looks is number 1, sense of humor is number 2, loyalty is number 3, intelligence is number 4. So that would be mine. What would it be for you?
Humor is definitely number 1 for sure.
It's higher than looks.
It's higher than looks.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it higher than resources?
Is it higher than both?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, being funny. If you can't make me funny, I can't even get wet.
So would you bang Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard the rumors?
Yeah. He's
You
he's
gotta
packing,
try
he's
it. Yeah.
I haven't heard them.
Apparently he has
now
a big
you
dick.
heard them. Now you heard
I
him.
need to
BDE.
spell it out for you.
He's ugly, but he has BDE, and so
Would you bang Jonah Hill?
Would you ladies
Yeah.
Get closer to the mic, please, or bring it closer?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. So you can just
yes,
move it towards you.
You would bang Jonah Hill?
yes, he's
I
hilarious.
You would not?
No offense.
Have you seen him recently? He lost.
I
I mean, he lost a lot of weight. Have you seen his recent picture?
I would
No,
bang him
I
when he was
haven't.
fat.
Okay, so he's less fat now.
Would you bang Danny
Okay.
DeVito?
Show me a picture.
It's Always Sunny in
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds
Philadelphia.
familiar.
The 4'9" guy, bald,
Yeah,
70 years
I
old.
feel like you'll say no because you don't. If their name doesn't ring a bell, that means you haven't really
Right.
seen his comedy.
It's extremely fun.
But he's not the best looking guy.
What's his net worth?
It's 200
Oh
million.
my god.
His net
No.
worth is
He's
I mean,
four.
he's
He's
probably
4'11".
he's probably a trick, right?
What does that mean, Trick?
He pays for it.
Well, he's a famous actor.
He's
like,
an actor.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
like-
yeah, no, but that doesn't mean anything.
No, I think if you're that famous, like you
he's
can-
pretty famous.
You've just never seen his like comedy, but if you've seen him, you
his
might have a
one of
different-
his famous movies was the Big Brother or whatever
Mm.
with Arnold
Twins,
Schwarzenegger, and
twins.
they made shit ton of money from them. Now
Yeah.
he's actually net worth 200 million, so he's definitely making money.
Yeah.
But so now that'll
That
be no.
doesn't mean
He's
he
too
doesn't pay
ugly.
for it.
And he has
Yeah.
15 boats a year.
I'd party with him, friends on him.
Friend zone. Okay.
That's always an option. That's always on
Yeah.
the table.
All right,
Play-
so
play-
humor is number 1. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm having a hard time believing that because I just feel like if a guy's not attractive, even if he's funny, like you wouldn't go for him.
What? That happens all the time. You've never seen those like 10s with like those scrawny little white boys and they're just like funny skater boy, like that kind of thing. You've never
Not
seen that?
often. Like Pete Davidson is like an exception, but he's very famous. So that like, and
He's also not that bad looking. People make him out to be very.
he's not bad. Yeah, I would put him at like a 5 or 6 or something like that. He's very tall.
He's extremely tall and tatted.
Mhm.
That does give him like a 7.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, I don't know. Like you really think you would put a humor above looks? I'm just like,
Yeah, 100%.
what about you?
Confidence.
Okay,
But how
Number
can
one?
you?
but is it better
Number
than
one.
more than
Well,
looks?
Number 1, loyal.
Really?
wow.
Okay,
God,
but
I
a guy
don't know
DMs you on
that.
Instagram, right? You have no way right away to tell whether he's loyal or confident. Like, how would you tell by his opener? You have to.
I
You
have no way.
yeah, you have to.
It
But
would
but you
have
need to make an instant decision.
But
or
these are like the
what-
filter categories. Like you see it and then you're like, okay, cool.
Okay.
whether
I will
yeah,
give him a
like
chance.
you're deciding. A
Got it.
guy DMs you on Instagram. You got to make a decision whether you're going to respond to him or not. Like there's, it can be like, for example, his looks. It can be like whether he looks like he's wealthy. It can be like it looks like he has a cool lifestyle, right? Like those are things that you could tell. I feel like confidence, humor potentially you could tell based on his like captions and stuff like that. So humor, I will grant you, is something you could tell. But like confidence, like especially loyalty, there's no way you can tell that off like the first few messages.
Yeah,
And even
you're
confidence, like I don't know how you would tell that. Like if you just copy and paste like some opener. So
Mhm.
I don't know. What would you revise your answer to if you want to revise it?
I think. Like if I see him on Instagram, is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah, like he
if I
DM,
see him?
like okay, we'll do two scenarios. The first one is he DMs you on Instagram.
Mm.
What's the first factor?
I guess if he's funny, yeah,
So this opener is
Really?
funny.
Humor?
humor.
Humor number one?
Mhm.
Even if he's ugly, you'd go for him if he's funny.
Hmm.
You hesitate. I don't
I
know.
hesitate.
You hesitate. It
because
sounds like no.
You hesitate, you masturbate.
That only applies if you're a dude. If you're a chick, you can hesitate and you don't have to.
All you
masturbate.
want.
Yeah, you can hesitate all you want.
I guess, well, on my Tinder, before I updated it, I used to have like DM me your best pickup line.
Mhm.
And some guys would DM me like pickup lines that I would not have heard of. They were like, what's the word? Unique with it.
Unique, okay.
Yeah.
And you gave them a chance for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever actually meet up with any of those?
I would consider it.
But you didn't.
You had to.
No, because I'm not the type of girl to go on a date right away. I take a while, like persistence.
Mhm.
So there's, I mean, do you take a while? Like, do you
You
let
take
him
a
be
while. You moved in
persistent,
with a
or-
guy after 2 weeks. What do you mean you take a
I
while?
know, but he was persistent at first.
But then, like, do you try to have a conversation with that person, or that's why you're taking a while, or you're just putting the ball in his court, like, hey, persist, that kind of thing. Hey, pursue me or something.
It also depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay.
There's like a running joke in the pickup community. There's like always like when you ask a girl what do you want in a guy, the answer is always just be confident, bro, or just be yourself, right? Because sometimes it depends on the girl. Like if you're really self-aware, you know exactly what you want. But some girls who are like not that self-aware, like they might be like, oh, I just want a gentleman, when really they just want to be like called a dirty little slut and like, you know, fucking a guy who's dominant. Okay, so you're saying that, okay, but what about, I'm sure you've had a situation where you met up with a guy pretty quickly off Tinder, or no?
Not of Tinder.
Or like the other dating apps?
I like Tinder, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was fresh out of a breakup, like a long time.
And you were trying to like hook
That
up
was
that night or
before
something?
I was an OnlyFans girl.
Okay. But then was this like after the breakup, you were like kind of lonely and horny, and you were
Yeah.
like, okay, cool, let me give this guy a
That was the
chance.
case, yeah.
And then you met up like on the same night, or
I don't remember if it was the same night, but we were messaging not too long,
okay.
maybe a couple days.
And then did he invite you over for a bottle of wine, or what happened?
Yeah, I was actually wine.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
pizza.
Wine and pizza.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this rapid fire? Best first date, worst first date, like in terms of venues.
Mm.
Rapid fire, go. Don't think.
Oh
think.
my god, I can't.
Worst first date is their house. Don't bring me to your house.
Well, it sounds like for
Yeah,
her that was like the
that's-
best
Yeah,
first
for
date.
her it was
Yeah.
like really good.
Yeah.
Wine and pizza.
Yeah, what did you didn't drink the wine on the street? So
I
I'm
just
assuming-
got the job done. You know, I wanted a rebound.
Okay. You were like, okay, shut the fuck up and fuck me,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so worst first date is at the house, really?
Yeah, I don't like that.
What would you say if a guy invites you to his house? You'll just be like, oh, I'd rather meet in public. Haha.
I will make an extra effort to tell them that I'm uncomfortable with that and move the date to somewhere else.
Do you
Show me
say
a certain level of
do you say
respect.
anything in regards to like, okay, how about we meet outside first? Do you ever say that, or just be like, no, I'm very comfortable only meeting outside, like not even give them an out if in case?
I joke about it. Actually, I use a serial killer joke almost every time.
Okay.
I'm very consistent with that.
Well.
like, oh, I have to, see if you're a serial killer, like,
But he's like, the only thing I'm a serial killer is that pussy.
yeah, like they always say something like that, but it's like, okay, like whatever. I'm
The
literally
only
just
thing I'm
like,
a murder is that pussy.
yeah, I literally just want to make sure I'm safe. That's all. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's number one, especially out here.
What if they sent you a picture of Rhaegar? Don't worry, he's going to guard
Yeah,
us.
that picture is going around a
That's
lot.
even worse.
Why
No,
he's
I'm
so
kidding.
sweet?
I'm kidding. No,
Uh,
I mean, yeah,
Are you on Seeking? Either one.
I love Seeking.
You love it.
So I've had like the best experiences with Seeking. And
I've never heard a girl say that. But what
I
are these
know.
best experiences?
okay, so
With some, like,
I've been
nice
on it
80-year-old
for
man?
years. I've been
Okay.
on it for years, and when I lived in Seattle, Washington, it's like a more of a tech hub, or it was really was heavy, especially years ago before everybody started moving. But I started going on it, just like a bunch of coffee dates with a bunch of them, and yeah, there's like a ton of trash, and there's a ton of like smelly, gross, like they really just need like a quick something. But I've met a ton of guys that really just need a best friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's amazing because you get paid to be their best friend, go do stuff with them. Like, yes, there's like the sex aspect of it if you want, but you don't have to. And I feel like it's just like a Tinder with expectations, because like you're gonna, like as you said, like you're gonna end up paying for it anyway. So it just kind of cuts the corners. And I met some amazing.
Wait, I never
people.
said that.
You said it earlier, something about money and dating, and no, okay.
I don't think so.
Well,
I'm
Probably
like
remembering-
I'm like strictly against paying for sex. Well,
Probably
I don't care if
remembering
people
our
like if
conversation.
people want to do it, that's fine. I'm not saying like I have a moral judgment.
it
I
ain't
just
tricking if
personally
you
wouldn't
got
do
it.
it. What?
It ain't tricking if you got it.
What does that mean?
It's like if you have money, if you have a lot of money, giving someone.
Oh, I
breaking
have a
them
lot. I have
off.
a lot of money. It's for like I can easily. It would be easier.
But like these guys are like I've met some pretty highbrow people on Seeking. It's really cool.
I just realized I
I
actually
get.
texted
Do
you
you,
on
do you
the.
see my 100K YouTube
You swipe
plaque?
me on there? Heck
I
yeah.
have your number too. I searched your name and then I saw your
And they were
texting
like,
come
too
up.
expensive.
Do you So do you get paid? Do you do PPM?
Yeah.
Huh.
I say that excitedly. Like, okay, back to my story though. I met someone on Seeking 4 years ago,
Okay.
and ended up dating them for like very close relationship. Met the parents, everything. He was 37 when I met him. He's 41 now, and like he had a wife, and he would like tell me about their problems, but still like make a lot of effort to see me, travel with me, whole 9 yards. He bought me cars, house, business.
Cars,
Damn.
plural?
Literally, yes.
To be
Multiple,
that's
like
insane.
it literally was the textbook like sugar daddy experience.
It's like a.
But he was cute, 6'2", handsome, great taste in wine.
The fuck is he doing on there then?
Cutting corners, literally.
Yeah, same time, I guess.
If you have it and you can do it, you do it. And another thing is like he kind of like trained me up to be like a better person. And I think a lot of those guys are looking for a daughter type. Like they really do want like someone
like they
to look
want to
up to
take
them.
care, basically. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
They want to
then,
take
like-
care, and that's how I work. Is I trigger their provider instinct. Like if you're not going to buy it for me, someone else will, and say it in a very sexy, nice way.
Competition anxiety. That's right there.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How much like what's like the standard PPM that you would do?
I won't disclose that.
Just like
Yes. I have
like
it here, but I'm not gonna
1,000
discuss.
maybe?
Oh, what did I? No, I'm not.
Just whisper it into the microphone.
No.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
not going to tell.
That's kind of
It really depends on the person.
yeah.
too.
Let's, oh, so if the guy's uglier, it goes up.
Uglier.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
goes up,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And like,
What if it's like a 70-year-old dude? Like how high would that go? Like
okay, really, I would not meet with like someone who's
Okay,
some
so
like
what's the-
wrinkly grandpa who's like, hey there,
Yeah. What's the
I haven't
oldest
seen a
you?
girl like you since World War II.
like 55 is like the oldest I'll do, and they have to be extremely engaging.
Have you actually
all that?
date a 55-year-old guy on there?
I'm currently actually dating a 50-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
50.
and
Okay.
he's amazing. I so cultured, nice, and just I would marry him.
You're actually your thing is I would say on the lower end of the spec. Like I wouldn't say you're low, but
Oh, I'm on the lower end.
yeah,
for
you're
sure.
definitely you're on the lower. Some
sure,
girls
and I
want
have
like
it-
2K.
Oh no, I have I have tactic to this.
Oh well,
I'm-
disclose please.
yeah, I'm not
I
in
think
this.
maybe you must have
I
used
don't want to
Germany
be
too.
a PPM girl. Like that's
Yeah.
not my goal.
Yeah.
My goal is to make best friends with you, get you to fall in love with me, and trick you into buying me something big.
Sounds like seeking swindler.
Being honest,
Tinder
like
swindler,
being
seeking
honest,
swindler.
and I want you to want to do it. I don't want you to hate it. I
Yeah.
want you to like love me.
So it's like you're.
Well,
I mean,
let's explore this. Like, tell more. Like,
What are these tactics you use?
How does this work?
I mean, you do everything that you can to set yourself apart from other girls.
How do you do
You're in
that?
Miami. Be the most down to earth girl that you possibly can.
Okay.
Like, tell them details ahead of time that are a little bit too much. Like, do things that make them feel like special, and that can be
I love this.
different things in different relationships.
But it's like largely an act, right?
I try not to have it be an act. That's where a lot of girls get into trouble. It's like they'll try to have too many daddies and then they can't focus on the ones that are actually going to give them what they want.
But like attraction, like is not a choice. Like I can't choose to be attracted to my male friends, right? So like if you're not
100.
attracted to a guy, like you can't like really. There's only so much you can do.
Do you know how many guys are on Seeking?
Oh, a whole bunch. I'm on Seeking.
I mean,
So
there's a lot of people who
literally
don't even
you
bang,
can-
right? Don't even
Huh?
want to fuck. They just want to have friends.
It depends. It really depends. You can figure out really quickly what they want. Some guys are literally on there just they're in town for one night, or they want someone to just do once a week, whatever it is. And
Now, when you say that you go above and beyond, does that include sexually or no?
yes.
Okay. But what will determine whether you hook up with a guy from Seeking?
The same things that are a requirement for a boyfriend.
Okay.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
PPM is like initially always part of the equation, or do you make an exception on that sometimes?
Always.
Always.
I do not like if I meet you on Seeking, you're not going to be a Bumble guy. And I really am careful about I'm not going to date on Bumble at the same time that I'm dating on Seeking.
Okay.
So you would be like an experienced sugar baby. I have like a whole
I'm
guide
very
on Seeking.
experienced.
Yeah, and I break the down categories. You would fall in the experienced SB category.
Yeah,
Experience,
no,
yeah,
for
very
sure. But I'm very genuine with the I'm gonna call them daddies that I really enjoy, and I will do like a lot for them.
But
like
with
that
them,
sets me apart.
Okay, so with them, does it start off you trying to put up an act, and eventually do you start liking them, or is it always going to be an act for you?
No, it's not always going to be an act for me. I always try to like the guy, and as I said, that's where a lot of girls can't do it because they don't like the guy, so they can't
They'll
fake
pretend
it.
to do it,
They
yeah.
pretend, and the guy can tell.
Mhm.
The guys can always tell. if
I
they're
feel like
pretending.
most guys cannot tell at all. I think most guys are so
They're kinda
oblivious.
After
nice.
3 or 4 dates,
Like if
they
you're
can
literally
tell.
like, oh my god, I love your big 3-inch cock, like the guy will be like, yeah, I
knew
bet you
it.
like that
I knew you
monster.
liked it.
No, these guys date on this website a lot. They know what they're doing.
I
and-
don't know. This like
But the bar is really low. Like for girls,
Bar
there's
is really
so many like I don't know what word to use, crackhead girls on there. Like I guess.
I
they
met up
just-
with a few crackhead girls.
They're just like
That's called security on one of them.
really. Oh
Yeah,
my,
she
I
wouldn't leave.
believe it. I believe it.
I had one girl. She was not a crackhead, but
Mm.
she was basically like, so I'm not gonna go stripping tonight. How about you pay me the night's work? And I'm like, we'd never agreed to that.
Have
And
you
she
met
just
her yet?
No, we met,
Oh.
and then I got her home from
Yeah.
like a bar, and then she just goes like, okay, so I'm thinking about not going to work. How about you pay me how much ever I make
That's a common-
tonight,
That's
right?
a common tactic.
And I'm like,
it never works. but
yeah,
it's common.
I'm not gonna agree to that. And she just breaks my wine glass, and then goes out the door.
Oh, I wasn't there
She
for
breaks her leg, or no, the heels, while walking or running or whatever, and then she slams the door, and then she goes down, and then she calls me for like valet
Oh, I'm
because
so
I'm not gonna fucking
sorry.
pick up. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna pick it up. Fuck that.
that's bad. But exactly, the bar is
Yeah.
really low on there. If you can just not be a crackhead girl, you can get it really far.
She-
And if you, this is a huge thing. Tell them how you're gonna spend their money. Like, tell them this is going to rent, or this is like I want to buy some stocks.
I mean, always
here.
use the rent. No,
Or-
never say. Obviously, you would never say like, I'm gonna buy a Gucci bag. Of course, he's gonna know that.
A lot of girls do that though, or they'll explicitly ask, I want these shoes. Can
Yeah,
you
but
buy
then
these?
it's not gonna work, right?
But
But then
don't give the advice on how
Well,
to for
no.
chicks how to like extract as much resources. It's like counterintuitive to what we're doing.
so
No, because
we-
it's easier to put something on an American Express than it is
Yeah.
to give cash.
yeah, exactly.
Always. So yeah, they will go for the bag over the cash. Yeah.
You and
Interesting.
us use Seeking in a totally different way though. We're like totally different like ends of that website.
Well,
You can
yes,
probably imagine
but
how we use it.
I know exactly how you use it.
How do you think we use it?
As a form, it's an escort website.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
I don't pay for escorts. Yeah, remember I said earlier I don't.
How
like
do
that.
you use it then?
Oh,
Tell me.
just to, as a dating website to bang chicks
Yeah,
without like spending any money.
you don't pay them.
No, I've never paid. The most I've ever paid for is like an Uber or something or valet
Holy-
parking. Yeah, I never
wow.
pay. If I wouldn't even pay like even if she wants like $10, I still wouldn't do it for like
That's
a
sad.
principal.
But yeah, I guess okay.
I would make the arguments like less sad. But okay, what about you? Have you ever used Seeking or you fuck with that?
I've made an account, but
Move the mic closer to you, please.
She's like right up in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is
Yeah.
actually right
Like,
up.
it's
I've
like
made an
literally right in her
account.
mouth.
so I made an account,
Okay, I was in.
but
Deep throat the mic.
okay, I was about to.
Haga.
But don't keep your hands on it because that will create interference. Sorry.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like a penis. You
Okay.
gotta be very gentle with it. You can't like
No
abuse
hands.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No hands.
Right. So I have an account, but I'm not active on it because I have ADHD and I get distracted easily. So I forget that I have it. And again, I take a long time to respond and then they just lose interest. So do I.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
They bang another girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
on the
just
site.
get the.
They
I
just
don't
go
know,
to the
the-
next one.
I do think most guys use the website kind of like the way you use it. Like I
Escort.
think
Oh.
most guys are using. Well, I mean, it's basically escort. Like I mean, what's the
Mostly-
difference between people? Like
I would say
like-
it's mostly escorts, and there's girls
Two-
like you who are like experienced,
Sugar
but
babies.
and you know how to give them a good experience.
Yeah.
And there's but with a lot of girls as well, like they slide into the DMs with a long message saying that this is you can pay me $2,000 as soon as arrival. You have to give me $200,
Mm.
and then over the date we can discuss and negotiate whatever happens after this. And this is how much you're gonna pay. I'm like, block. So,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like if you send that long
Very-
message, like
very
it's
non-genuine.
Actually, last night I was editing my Seeking. I changed the whole thing into like a threesome angle. So now it's like me and my girlfriend, and we're like trying to meet other girls. So
Cute.
we'll see how this angle goes. But I still put in like no PPM in the bio. So I always
Couples
have,
can be pretty intimidating to newer girls. A lot of the
she's
time,
like tiny. She's like 95 pounds. Like she's like the
Okay.
least intimidating human ever.
it doesn't really matter. I
it's
a
think it's more
context.
about
It's a context.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how that goes.
Mm.
Okay. I want to ask this question: best and worst first dates. Start off with the worst.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even really care about the best, just the worst.
like a story you would actually laugh about.
I
with
don't
your
have a
girlfriends.
lot of bad dates because I really
I feel like
am
every girl gotta
picky.
have like so many.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I'm super picky.
Are you sure you just
Praise
haven't
me,
blocked
please.
out like the really black one? Just try to go back and like process the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe when you were 19 or something.
Maybe his name was
Uh,
Phil, and he had a lisp. And he pucked like Biff.
No. I don't.
And he had like a little derp hand.
Mm. Oh,
That's how
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Phil,
Derp
Phil-
hand.
It's a derp hand that
I had a
reminded you.
guy that like met me up for dinner in Seattle. Took me out for dinner in Seattle, and it was raining, and it was just a bad day. Like it gets dark at like 4:30
Yeah.
p.m. Like it's awful, and he was just so wildly like needed to fuck something.
what was he doing?
He was just like shaking, like you could tell, like it was just like across the table, like so uncomfortable.
Oh
And I
my
was
God.
wearing like something decent, but like
Yeah.
it's cold out
I
there.
haven't busted a nut in 3
covered up.
years.
And he told me like I haven't had sex in XYZ. I don't even remember how long it was, but I was like, Uber me home, please. Like I'm done. This is done. And it just made it so.
How did that
gross.
come up? Like, how did he?
Was just like shaking?
How did that
He was
come
literally
up? that the
shaking and
fact-
like jacking off under the table.
He was
Like,
jacking off
he
under
was
the.
touching himself under the table.
That's
I don't know if
insane.
he went all the way, but like you could tell he
Did
was
you
like,
call it out? Were you like, why are you beating off, dude?
well, I just said you're being very weird. You're being very weird.
Jacking
I'm
off on the
uncomfortable,
dish.
and I
That's
think
so
I'm gonna
funny.
go home. And
MJ,
I got
take
in my car
note.
and I left. Yeah, no,
Jack off
hard
on the
no
date.
for me. That was weird, and he wasn't as cute as his pictures.
jacking off
Like
on the
it was just a bad.
I think if he wasn't jacking off under the table, you would give him a pass if he did not look like his pictures. Just maybe like just a bit.
I don't
different.
know. I feel like
I
that's,
would have finished the dinner,
Yeah,
but I
It's
would
kinda
have
like
politely excused myself.
like I'm pretty ballsy, but I feel like jacking off under the table is like that's some next level shit.
that is some
Like,
next
like,
level
that is like that would be even too ballsy for me. Like
Ballsy.
like
Yeah.
jacking off under the table, like that's like you could get a public indecency charge for that. I mean, that's like that's
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
It's against the law. You can't be doing
It's
that.
disgusting.
It's frowned upon by the police.
Disgusting.
Okay, what was the last guy you had jack off under the table?
That's never happened.
Wow, you're pretty. I could totally see some guy.
Not that I've not one that I've dated.
I'm just kidding. But so what was your first date? It seems like you thought of something.
You remember something?
The one that I remember, he was well, I was doing more of the talking. He
Mhm.
was, and that turned me off. I like when a guy talks more because I barely talk, so I want someone that entertains me.
You're quite
They just
soft
need to
spoken.
keep talking.
Yeah.
So they have to like try to get that out of you, like get a conversation out of you. Meanwhile, they talk.
Yeah,
about
it was very exhausting for me. So I was like, yeah, I'm not seeing you again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, yours wasn't like you just had a guy who wasn't that talkative
Yeah.
versus you had like some fucking public masturbator.
Yeah, that
I
was
feel like there's like
awful.
levels of like shitty dates. Like yours is just like sounds like a mildly socially awkward dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah, that's
just
not
a-
too bad. You never had anything worse than that? Like
No,
You never felt unsafe.
no.
Well, that's
how's that
That's good.
possible?
Lucky
like,
you,
you're,
yeah,
you're like,
lucky
how old are you again? If you mind asking.
29.
Yeah, you know you're not like 18. You're no spring chicken. You've been around the block. Like you must have you've never had anything bad happen. Damn. I mean, I guess it's a good thing. You know, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, I guess
you're
I'd be
very
happy.
fortunate if anything. You're
Yeah,
very
how's
fortunate.
that? I feel like you've just like forgotten about it, like blocked it out. You must have had like
Very
one bad
possible.
date.
Yeah, probably just
There's no way.
turn a blind eye or something.
Like let's look at all the factors. You're on the dating apps. You're pretty. You have an OnlyFans. You're all sexy up in your Instagram. Like there's got to be some fucking weirdos that want to
That
go
you
out with
must
you.
have met.
Yeah, like it's just like scientifically improbable for you not to run into a weirdo. Either you're the luckiest woman in the planet,
I
or
am.
Ooh. Very confident about the luck. Yeah.
Luck is by my side. Yeah.
okay. Like probably like next week you're gonna get like the biggest weirdo.
I
You're gonna
hope
get the
not.
public
Oh, no.
masturbator.
So-
She's gonna call me.
I-
He put a cigarette out.
I got the public masturbator.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my
I'll
turn.
be like,
yeah.
I'll be right there, sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute. You'd pick her up and stuff. Like tuck her in at night, give her like tell her it'll be okay.
We
Read
do-
her a bedtime
Do
story.
We
a
do
quick
all the
session before
things.
sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah, we do all the
Do a quick
things.
session before sleeping.
That's cute. Okay, so wow, I'm surprised you've never had a bad. I've had so many bad first dates.
Have
I
you
haven't had one at all.
have you guys like shared a guy on OnlyFans together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go check
Hmm.
it out.
Hook me up with a login, yo. I'll take a look.
Okay.
I've never paid
I'll
for
show you.
porn,
I'll
but
show you
I'll
after.
I'll take a look. Yeah, I'll screen record it, keep it for my records.
Mm.
Okay. I want to get into this. So, approaching in real life. When was the last time you like hooked up with a guy that approached you in like real life?
I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh, there's.
Oh wait.
Oh, there you go.
A celebrity, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, who was it?
I can't say,
Ah,
but we ended up actually getting together for like
was it like an A-lister or was it Danny DeVito?
B, C rapper,
Vince Vaughn. No.
and a rapper that I actually liked when I was like around when at the time that I graduated high school. So it was like a very like good memories for me.
Okay.
And he was so sweet in person, and we met on the set of a clothing company that the guy that I was dating at the time, actually. And then we met. Everything was very friendly, and then he ended up hitting me up on Instagram later, and we ended up getting together for a really long time.
Was he like rapping for you? Like, yo, girl, your outfit is blue. You're so
Yeah.
hot, you're gonna give me the flu.
He actually rapped me all the time. When we were
Oh.
together, like bringing the groceries in and stuff. He'd tell me what to do.
Bringing
with-
groceries in. Wow, that's
all the things he would rap. He was extremely talented.
did
It
you-
was ooze off of him.
So did you basically cheat on your boyfriend with this guy?
No, I
Oh.
cut things. Well, the boyfriend actually cut things off with me like a couple months later, and then this was like I was traveling at the time full time, and so I was in California, and I ended up moving to Seattle and then back to Miami like
Miami.
way later. And
All right, so this anonymous celebrity approached you. Did you know he was a celebrity right away?
yeah, I knew exactly who he was. I was a huge fan, and
Oh, you're a fan. Okay, so it must
I
have been,
wasn't fangirling because I I don't really get like that, but I was very happy to meet
Damn,
him.
I can't wait till I become more famous so I can like just like not have to use any game and just can get laid with minimal effort.
He had to work his way in there, and he did have to fly me out. He
He
did
did?
have to like he
Fly you
also
out
had a
to
show
where
in
again?
my city at one point. He got us like a really nice hotel room, like one-on-one type thing. It was really nice. He brought me up on like stage, took me to the show. It
How
was
did
so
how did
great.
he approach you? What was his like game plan? What did he do?
He has dogs, so he sent me some pictures of his dogs.
No, but like initially, like
Oh,
before that.
in person.
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of just was like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" Like,
Oh, that's like
girl.
it's kinda cliche.
Yeah.
You know,
That ass is fat.
yeah, literally.
Girl.
And then
I see that ass popping.
Well,
I'm
I
trying to
guess
think this
because
was
he was
years ago.
famous, right?
yeah, he's famous, so we kind of just had normal conversations. And oh, this was it. So I was living in. Have you ever heard of van life?
Yeah.
I was doing that at the time.
Oh, you
and I
were?
had this pimped out van that my sugar daddy bought me. It was like over $100,000. Like you see this thing rolling.
I
down
could
the
not
street.
imagine you doing that. You don't seem like the van life
I
type.
had hot shower, cable.
Oh, okay,
had,
so it's like-
it's kitchen, like
Okay, it's like okay.
nice memory
like
foam.
okay,
Like
it's like a
this
house.
thing, it was like a Mercedes.
a nice
It
van.
was
Oh, Mercedes.
beautiful, and
Must
like
have cost like 100K or something.
Yeah, that's
over
what she said.
100. Yeah, it was
Damn.
beautiful, and I lived in it, traveled around because I really wanted to figure out where I wanted to build a house. That was my plan, and it just made me more confused. But anyway, he was telling me about his tour bus, and I was telling him about my tour bus, and so we had a little something in common in that sense. Like,
Okay. What about you? When was the last time a guy like approached you successfully in real life?
In real life,
In 3D, on the streets, or at a bar, or anywhere that's outside.
And then got your
Gotta give him a
number, and then
chance,
maybe.
like a one night stand, like right away.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Mic, please.
But
I
she
wonder,
can't
it's
get
like-
closer. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm right
Well,
She's
here.
pretty close.
are there people saying that they can't hear her, or what's the issue, or you can't?
I could barely hear her, but a little bit earlier that they couldn't hear her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just try.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're like a
sorry,
little
sorry.
soft spoken,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just like try to speak up a little bit.
Or
Okay.
be really close.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's getting closer. Like she's
I've
like
always
literally
talked like this.
balls
Yeah,
deep
okay.
inside the mic.
It just comes naturally.
That right there is perfect.
So I don't recall, to be honest. I don't think it's happened.
What are you like pleading the fifth over here? You're like, I don't recall.
I
This
don't
is like a
recall.
courtroom hearing.
that one Wayne interview where that really old, you know what I'm talking about? Where he's like, I don't recall. Are we done? I don't recall.
Who-
I don't
who's
recall."
this?
Interesting.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Okay.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I used to
Really
do
that
Lil-
happened really. Okay.
I was
that's
actually
crazy.
listening to Lil Wayne as I was driving over here. Funny coincidence.
Cute.
Yeah, I like Big Wayne. All right, but you must have met a guy from real life once, right? I mean, were you only meet guys?
Maybe
on
I'm
the
confused. I thought you meant like hooked up.
Well, they're just like a guy you met and you went on a date with. Like that would be sufficient. Like,
Yeah, that'll be enough.
Organic.
yeah, like organic, not from Tinder, not
Wow.
from Seeking, not from Instagram.
Like you were like picking up groceries and you just came over.
I mean,
With
well, maybe you
bananas.
haven't. I don't know, but I would just.
He didn't approach me. I approached him.
You approached them.
snap.
It was the first time I ever had the balls to do that. I was like,
Wow. How was your
"Hey,
approach?
you're cute." And then I tried to walk away, but he didn't let me walk away.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Was he really that good looking?
Yeah. He was a security at a bar.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Caught
He was
my
like, "Stop!
eye.
I'm gonna frisk you now. You're in big trouble.
So
You
you-
ain't going anywhere."
So you approached him at the bar where he was working?
I
or-
was leaving the bar
Okay.
or going in. I don't remember. I was going in. And
The way
I
he
told-
searched your bag just made you.
He
no,
just
he
knew.
didn't even search my bag.
He let you go without it.
He wasn't at the door. He was one of the guys that was
Mm.
there. So I just told my friend, "Hey, I think he's cute. I'm gonna tell him."
Was he like a big buff security guard? I'm just
I wouldn't say
imagining like a
big.
beefcake.
Was he in uniform?
He was in uniform, all black.
That'll work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blue eyes.
But like
curly.
the uniform of a bartender, like or like a bouncer.
The help.
Yeah, like the help.
The help.
Yeah.
The maid outfit.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
kind
so-
that's kind of cute. I like it.
But what about time a guy approached you?
I don't remember.
So is it safe to say that you meet vast majority of like your dates from the internet? Is that like
Oh wait, now I do remember.
Okay.
It was actually at the wharf in Fort Lauderdale. I had
Okay.
gone there with one of my friends, and we're getting food, and this couple of guys came up to us, and they were brothers, actually. And I like the other one, but he was talking to my friend, and
So you couldn't do a switch.
yeah, we switched. I ended up he walked me home.
The guy you liked?
Oh,
Yeah.
did he go inside?
No,
Oh.
Oh,
Do you think you would have let him go inside? To your home?
and inside of you.
I'm a
Yeah.
period, so
Yeah, I mean, if a guy is like okay with it, you
Stop
probably
sign.
will be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine, whatever.
I didn't feel
Right.
comfortable.
Okay.
Did something come from that? Did you guys wind up going out again?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it? What was his approach? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like patterns for the audience of like what is like a good way to approach a girl in real life and what is a non-successful way. That's kind of where I'm going with this.
A good way, not be creepy.
Well, yeah, no
How do
shit.
you
I mean,
not
like,
be
yeah,
creepy?
like,
How do we?
oh, I never
We need
thought
to-
about that. Well, I thought being creepy was the way to go.
All this time I was
Change-
being creepy. Holy
Changing my
shit.
perspective, blowing my mind over here.
No, because I've had some guys that do get
Like, what do they do? They like hover at your tits, or like, what do they do? They like make a lot
Like
of
when you're
like,
like
Jack off in
talking,
front of
they'll
her.
just-
Yeah,
They
well-
dress me with their eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
But like when a guy does it sexily, you're like, okay, yeah, keep on dressing through your eyes, right? What was creepy about him doing that? Like, was it like the way he was talking to you, or
Or just getting too close to me.
okay, too close, too
Demonstrate
soon?
on your friend. What's too close?
Like,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty close right away.
Yeah.
like trying to touch me.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get that. Like if you're standing near me and we've like done the like, hey, hi, how are you? Like, and then you're still standing there after I look away and come back. It's weird. And they haven't said anything, they're just kind of like,
Oh, they're just looking.
Yeah.
vibing, like standing. Hey. Yeah. It's like, oh God, you're flying your forehead.
Yeah, no, they won't leave me alone. Okay, interesting. How many guys would you say you've dated or hooked up that you met in real life?
In real life.
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one. Wow. So most of the guys for you have been from the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. A very, very progressive.
Where
of
do you guys stay though? Like,
I'm forgetting one. My first boyfriend. I met him when I was 24. So I would see him at the bars back when Fort Lauderdale was like before Las Olas started getting bigger.
Your first boyfriend was at 24.
Yeah.
Were you like a really shy virgin or something for a long time?
No, I consider not virgin. I was virginity at 17.
Okay.
But I never really got to more than like 3 months. So I don't consider that a relationship really, unless I was like
fair enough.
really emotionally invested in it.
Mhm.
So this one I would see him all the time at the bars, and he would catch my eye every time. I was like, oh my God, I really like him. And then coincidentally I saw him at the mall, really far from Las Olas. It was like Plantation. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get close to him. I think he was selling hoverboards.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting hustle.
Yeah, he was hustling.
Hmm.
He was just helping out a friend, and I pretended to be interested in the hoverboards. And then
You're like giving him like subtle signs, like, well, that's not the only thing that's going to be hovering, if you know what I mean.
no, I was just like pretending to be interested. He comes up to me. He goes like, "Would you like to try one?"
Yes, I would like to try your board. What's the biggest board you have in stock?
Show me how to hover.
So I was like, "I'm just scared. What if I fall?" And he helped me get
It's a legitimate
on it.
concern. I would be kind of scared of that too. You saw the boards, yeah.
He helped me get on it, and we were like holding hands, shoulder to shoulder. I think I don't remember exactly, but I was nervous. I was looking at his eyes the whole time.
Was he also like a tall, jack, good-looking dude?
He wasn't jacked, but he looked kind of big. Yeah.
Okay. What about you? What was what percentage of your dates would you say you've met from online, and what about from real life?
Percentage, probably about 10% in real life.
Wow,
Yeah.
90% from online.
Yeah, for sure, because I like to really vet people.
Don't you feel like you can vet them better if you meet them in real life? Because you get
No,
Really?
No,
'Cause you
people
feel-
can be very fraudulent in person, I feel like.
Yeah, but I feel like they can be very fraudulent online too. They could not even
Yeah,
look like their
but-
photos.
There's a lot of signs, of course, like with how they look, but that's pretty easy, like upon meeting them to figure out if they really do look like their pictures. Is pretty
But they
instant,
could like also they could come off all like smooth online, but they could be like really awkward in
Totally.
real life.
Totally, but another thing, that's something you can figure out upon them opening their mouths, you know? I feel like figuring out what they do for a living, their social.
You're unique in that sense because
Tendencies.
most girls typically say they like feel more comfortable meeting guys in real life. But it sounds for you, it's like the opposite. Right?
I'm an expert at the online, so I can really
At the
read well
interwebs.
on the interwebs. I can read in really well, and also I will run a background check. I'm not afraid.
do you like? Are you signed up for one of those websites where you can like plug in their shit?
I think it's called like something daddy. Yeah. Yeah.
This is a,
It's like a background check
Right,
running
right, yeah,
app,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's really easy.
so what does
but
that
no, I'm
background
not on
check
the
have?
forums. I'm not on the forums.
You're not on the
Sugar
the
forums
sugar
or
baby
something?
forums.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not on those
I heard about those.
forums. No.
So
I've heard
what's-
about awful things about them, but I'm not.
So what's this background check? Daddy
Just
or
like a
something
standard, yeah. It's like the same thing that
This is pretty common. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can Google someone's name if you want to, and
Yeah.
just click on the first thing that pops
Okay.
up, like that. Same.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. If I think the first thing that pops up when you Google my name is the Vice article, which is like all negative. So yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No, you read it all. I would read it all. You gotta be thorough.
Better do your research.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. You both primarily meet guys from online. That's interesting. I mean, you guys are like also you're like I would that would kind of make sense if you guys were like 1920 because you're
Mhm.
like Gen Z at that point or whatever the fuck after Gen Z is. But you're like you would be considered a millennial. So I feel like with millennials it could go like either way. You meet them like either like because I know a lot of girls from millennials who like meet most of their guys in real life. Like I know
Yeah.
some girls who never met a guy from the internet because they feel like skeevy about it.
Mhm.
Well, it sounds like you're the opposite.
I'm a
Okay.
super homebody though. I really don't leave that much.
Yeah, the same with me. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really leave.
So it's way easier for me to just have one on demand.
And you always like ask for the Instagram and like check out their socials and shit.
Yeah.
Even if it's like Seeking or Tinder, you still look at their Instagram.
Not seeking, but because seeking
Why
is
not?
more keep it G. Yeah, no, keep it G.
What does that mean? Keep it G.
Keep it like the reason why they're paying is because they want you to be discreet and they
Yeah,
want
okay.
you
Okay,
to
makes
cut
sense. Makes
corners.
sense.
So
Makes sense.
asking for their Instagram, they have pictures with their wives, or maybe their wife might follow, or maybe like not even wife, girlfriend, or profession, or
Mm.
whatever it is. Like that can all be an
Mm.
aspect.
Okay, interesting. Do we have any questions on this topic before we move on to the next one? I'm sure we have plenty. What's the first question? Tell me the first question.
All right, the first one I got is from CD. So, what would these women do with trying to go to a background check on a guy if he has no social media at all? Is that an automatic disqualifier?
No, because it doesn't go off social media primarily, and also you can get that through a license plate. A lot of people don't use their real numbers, real names, so you have
A
to get
license plate?
creative.
Like you even check the license
How are you
plate?
getting the license plate
Yeah.
though?
I
Are you like
asking
stalking outside their house, like taking photos of their car, or like how do you do
No,
that?
but if you meet them out for coffee, you can. See
you
them.
you actually look at the license plate of the guy's car.
Yeah, if
Oh,
he's
so-
using a fake name and a fake number, which you can tell,
Okay.
you can get that information from his license plate.
Mm.
Very
And yeah, there's
interesting.
rentals, and yeah, some
And you've
people
actually
are
done that
tricky.
before, like where wow.
But then you got to meet him though before you
Safety.
can get that. So it's
Yeah,
like,
but a public coffee
Oh,
place
okay.
where he's going to bring his car.
Okay.
If I meet him at his house or at a hotel where he's already inside, then he's not going to bring
difficult,
his
yeah,
car.
difficult to do, yeah.
Okay.
Or he, yeah.
What's the next question? Take it away. Give me that next question. Hit me with it.
If you have to scroll up, you have to use
Yeah,
two
if
fingers,
there's, I mean,
two fingers
I'm
to
sure
scroll
there's got to be a shitload of fucking questions. We've gone for like an hour.
2 fingers to scroll up.
I'm sure there's like a bunch of questions. I want to get that before we move on to the next topic. Actually, we've only got one.
I got one. So, doesn't admitting to yourself that his normal social media doesn't work and you need to dig that much deeper already send you warning signs?
Uh,
Are you saying? Yeah. Sometimes it does, but some people just don't do social media, and I respect that.
Uh-huh.
Straight up, doesn't matter. Like some people don't want that. I actually have girlfriends that don't do social media as well, so it works out.
Okay.
Okay.
No, they're not creepy.
Do you think that could be like maybe someone can just lie about that, and you'll be like, okay,
Totally.
yes, I respect that he doesn't have social media, but maybe he does.
Totally
doesn't wanna
could.
give
He
you.
could have a whole. Yeah, he could. You're right.
But do you have the license plate to check?
Exactly.
No license.
I know what I know, and I won't call them out on anything. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Mm.
But checking the license plate is like paranoia level.
No,
60.
it's safety.
After you meet the guy, you should always be able to tell whether if this guy
Should
is safe or not.
always. I don't know. I think
Yes.
guys can. I don't know. This is a what if situation. I've
Yeah.
also. I've never been in a dangerous situation before.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm very selective about who I meet too.
You were in danger of with the public masturbating and splooge all over you.
Yeah, I was.
That was a real.
That was a
risk.
real
Yeah,
danger.
I was. That's about as bad.
Haha.
As
Gotcha.
It's like
yeah.
in a hangover.
Are you ready for dessert?
Haha, gay boys.
Okay. What's the next question?
The next one. Does height matter to you when you meet a guy?
Yeah, of course. I mean.
Yeah.
What's the shortest you guys dated?
5'7".
Okay, that's
5'8".
actually pretty decent.
How
Both
tall?
of
How
these
tall?
are
How
pretty
tall
decent.
are you two?
I'm 5'3".
Okay.
5'7". I can't wear heels.
Hmm.
So
5'2".
sacrifice.
Okay, so you guys are both like. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
All right. So what do you ladies think about body counts, and does it matter? Like, what's the response when you get that question?
When they ask them or for the guy's body count? What is he asking for?
What's the response when you ladies get the question?
Oh, when but I'm confused.
Does
Is
it turn you off when a
is
guy asks you that question?
I'm assuming he
Yes.
means asking for her body count. Okay, so
I find that question very childish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
so what do you do when you get that question? You just don't answer it, or you just like plead the fifth, or you like
You just
it's a
give
joke,
them a
or-
random number.
I tell them like 2,000, and then
2,000. Oh,
I
I
block
love
them,
that.
and then I leave.
No, but what if they ask you in like real life? You can't like block them in real life.
Yeah.
Block.
I think I would just like be like, no, I haven't counted recently, and I don't keep track.
Yeah.
It's not.
Do you
that
guys
it's-
ever
it's
ask-
excessively high? It's just that I don't keep track.
Do you guys ever ask guys that question? Out
No.
of turn.
No, it's childish.
Okay.
And I think that men should have really high body counts. I think it's
Yeah, they
really
should.
important for a
One-
man to have drive
100%,
for
I
new
agree.
pussy all
I
the
agree.
time.
I like
No,
that.
literally, new
Mhm.
pussy is everything.
I agree with that.
That's how you keep a man. It's like the
By
key.
eating pussy?
By eating it?
No,
What'd
wait,
you say?
wait, what'd you say? Yeah.
By bringing him new pussy.
Oh, by
Oh, yeah,
bringing him
that's,
new
Has to
pussy.
have
that's
that.
true. Exactly.
It's a
Fuck yeah.
secret.
That's
Yeah.
fucking exactly.
Although you do run the risk that he likes the new pussy more than he likes yours. So
Then
that,
it's not meant to be. You move on.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there.
Very mature. I like that.
how prophetic.
No, it works.
What about you?
Do you bring new pussy to your gentleman?
Gentleman.
Nah, she doesn't seem like the type.
No,
Is she very territorial?
I am very terrible.
She seems a little more old-fashioned.
Also, I like to see how the guy is. I would like to have a guy that gives me everything that I want and shows me that he can be loyal to me. And then, as a gift, as a reward, I'll bring new pussy. But
Okay.
that
Are
has
you
to
like a
be-
low key cuck? Like, do you enjoy watching a guy with another chick?
I do. Oh my
think
god,
she
that's my
does, yeah.
favorite.
Oh, you do? Okay.
That's one of my favorite things.
You actually didn't strike me as like the cuck type. You'd see.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm super submissive.
Well, yeah, that I figured, but like the cuck is like the
Next level.
yeah. What about you? Do you?
I've only had friends do that.
Oh,
Like,
Friends do that as in.
Maybe a friends with benefit. Someone
Okay.
that I don't have feelings for.
Hmm.
If I have feelings for the guy, then yeah.
right.
He's all
Yeah,
yours.
tough.
Right. Okay. So you're not a fan of the. So you don't ask the guy either what his body count is.
No.
Hmm. What if a guy told you his body count was 1,500?
Perfect.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't judge it, but it's impressive. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that is a lot.
What if he told you his body count was 0?
If he was a virgin.
We're gonna turn him out.
But would you really? You probably just be like, ooh, cool. Well, let's be
No,
friends.
honestly, my last guy that I just broke up with, he is like 1 year younger than me, And it was so interesting because he never had a threesome before, and that was like the first thing I did. I was like,
Nice,
"Oh, we gotta
epic.
get you!" Like,
I should try that strategy, like pretending like, oh, I've never done anything before.
I feel like he may have done that, maybe,
Mhm.
but could he handle
Did
it?
it, did
pretty
it seem
well.
like he knew it?
he,
He
fe-
knew well.
I've
he
never
seemed a
been
little
near a
nervous.
vagina before. Yeah.
But most girls actually don't want to, like, most girls don't have the awareness that you could please a man in different ways, like the way you
Yeah.
described, bringing new pussy or asking him what he hasn't done, and then you do it for him. That's
Right.
fucking amazing because
Yeah.
guys also do that for girls, and if girls do that, perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Those are the girls like, okay, wow, okay, cool. I want a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Do you follow any content creators in like the manosphere, the pickup community? Do you know any?
No. No, I don't.
You've never heard of like Kevin Samuels or anything?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just curious. Okay, let's move on to the next question.
So for the audience, so would you ladies be able to repeat your names, please?
I'm Sabrina Perez.
And I'm Stephanie Fournier.
Next question. What comes first, looks or personality?
I mean, we kind of
they kind
covered
of
that.
answer it. Both
but-
side kind of personality, yeah.
Personality, unfortunately.
Although I still feel like it's looks.
Yeah, there's a
I feel like-
threshold.
I
I feel
feel-
like
I
there's
feel
a
like
looks threshold.
Height, maybe.
As much as I like
that's
to
part of
fight
looks.
it, looks comes first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The guy come first.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's like for every person. It's like if the personality sucks, that would be a deal breaker. But like the first aspect is they have to meet the looks threshold.
Oh no, I like my guys a little ugly.
Dude,
They run
I feel
away.
like girls say
Why?
that, but then you
I
look at
want
their
them to be-
history and it's all like
To
fucking,
all to yourself.
it's
is
all
that
like giga chads.
Yeah. No,
I
I
don't
like
know.
them ugly.
You
what if
like-
the guy
you
is
like 'em
ugly,
ugly?
but he's really good with girls?
That is the hottest thing in the
Yeah,
world
there
to
you
me.
go. Yeah, I agree.
That is the hottest thing, like, because it's all about humor and confidence.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Blah,
I don't know. I feel like if we look at your hookup history, it's gonna be like these good-looking beefcakes.
I mean, some, but like I don't
Most
know.
are not.
I don't know.
Well, why would you?
50-50?
But why would you?
The common denominator is usually money. Too.
Okay.
Okay, that I can see. But I don't know why you would pick the ugly guy if you're getting hit up by like 50 dudes a day and you have like good-looking guys who are into you.
Because the ugly one will like deny me, and he's ugly, so it hurts more. It's like
He will deny you.
if yeah, like if he plays hard to get and he's ugly, I'll want him just like I would want any guy if they played hard to get.
Okay.
But if they're ugly, it just makes it hurt more.
Oh.
But you want the pain.
and you like the
Yeah.
pain, so you're a masochist.
You want to suffer.
Huh.
I guess, but it's like in a
mental
way of
masochist, I
like
would say.
I like
Bit hurt.
if you make it easier for me, you have to deny me. Like you have to deny me. If you give me everything,
When you say deny, what do
short-lived.
you mean exactly?
You're opposite.
cancel
You
on
want
me.
everything.
Yeah.
Like make plans and then cancel last
Oh,
minute.
really?
Oh,
You like
yeah.
that shit?
Yeah, I
You're
love that shit.
you're toxic
Oh,
as fuck.
No, literally, like call me
Cancel.
over and then just like don't let me up.
Up.
Like
Oh, yeah.
like don't let me up to the
I've
like
done
get me
that
all dressed up
many times.
inside shower.
Wait,
change.
you like that? But like that?
Oh my god.
Really?
Being treated like
You're-
shit.
You're
basically.
a sick fuck.
I know.
yeah.
I know.
Being treated like shit is what
But
you like.
it's like the other dynamic of it is like you have to like give me all the attention and love in person, like really pretend like you're really into me, then dog me.
Then completely like ghost
Really?
and things like that.
dog
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
It was just
But so you go on a date with a guy and he's like, and you're like, hey, I'm outside. And he's like, yeah, wait out there for half. Like that would be a
Okay,
point.
that's not what they do. They oh, I fell asleep, or like like
I've
play
done
it
that.
off
I've done
a
that.
little bit. Like don't make it super obvious. Like obviously, if you're gonna like
I saw the Playing with Fire
Cost
podcast.
me
and I'm
money.
dogging you.
yeah, no, if you're costing me money or like
I mean, the funny part is actually a lot of girls do enjoy being treated like that, and you're actually very self-aware. So
100%.
that's very-
I'm very self-aware, and I know that that's something that
a lot of girls like it.
So
I would say
are
like
you-
very
60%.
attracted to.
Are you into like degradation sexually? Like when the guy's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking
Okay.
dumb slut or something?
Being
yeah.
spat on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How
Slapped.
far does it
Spit in my
go?
mouth. Well, obviously it goes socially, so it gets pretty deep, but
Oh, it's gonna get deep.
it can go as far as I never reached my limit.
Really?
up to this
You've
point.
never reached your limit.
No, I haven't. I've been like one guy that was like
Look at
very extremely alpha, and he he took it pretty far, but I didn't tap out. So
whatever the guy's
I ain't
like.
no
You're such
bitch.
a dumb little slut.
In what
Fucking
way?
get on the floor, crawl on all fours, and
That's
fucking
light.
lick the sweat off my balls on the floor. Like that wouldn't be too far, right? You still-
No, that's pretty light.
Oh, it's pretty light. Damn. Okay.
No, I'm talking
What
about
about what about
more
like
physical stuff would hurt
urination
people.
on you, like a guy like peeing
Oh
on you?
yeah, urination in the shower's fine.
In the
Okay.
shower.
In the shower would be fine, but Yeah, if he was just like making a mess of the house, like that's where it kind of crosses the line, you know. Like,
He's like wearing an adult diaper.
Yeah,
He's like, I
like-
did all myself.
yeah, like or like just like making, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't get the.
He's like, I just
Don't
shit
pee on
all
my
over the.
couch. Like,
I just
stop,
shit on your
like-
couch. Clean it up.
We're
You sit
adults
on it.
here.
We eat on the table. Don't pee on the table.
Yeah, like get down.
Like,
That's funny.
shoot.
You've never met your limit. Okay, what? I'm trying to even think like what could be like some next level shit.
I need to try some new partners because literally,
Yeah,
like,
clearly.
I'm sure there's plenty of guys who'd be down to degrade her. Slide in her DMs if you want to degrade her. If you want to treat her like shit, but you got. you gotta go real
the kind
far.
of sex you would like
block
is
me while I'm
probably
typing.
the kind of sex you would like is probably going to be like a lot of pleasure denial. Like you
Yes.
were like at the last moment, he doesn't let you come. Like even if you
Yes.
beg, even if you cry, he
Like
doesn't
that
let
one,
you come.
like that one scene in
50 Shades. of Grey?
You. It's like the knockoff version of 50 Shades.
Mhm.
Okay.
You've seen it?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, where he like straps her to the bed and like obviously he's like forcing her to like love him or
orgasm, but
whatever,
then
like,
stop.
that's the thing. No, he doesn't touch her at all. He
Okay.
fucks another girl in front of him.
Okay.
Like makes and then comes like all in her mouth and then leaves her there and it's like oh that's the hottest shit.
Okay.
That's
When you slide in her
Yeah.
DMs as your opener, let her know what kind of
65.
dirty ass shit you would do to her, how you would
Yeah.
degrade her.
As in, like, do in front of her, not really do anything to her.
I'll
basically.
reply to the unique ones, I promise.
Yeah, just the dirtier, the more depraved, the better.
Yeah.
What about if like the guy's like, okay, he gets you over, and then there's another chick here, and he's like, this is a hotter girl. I'm gonna fuck her in front of
Love that. Like
Yeah.
if the girl's hotter than me, that makes it 10 times. It makes it hurt. It
Yeah.
makes it
That's
sting,
what-
you. You
know?
fucking dumb little slut. You sit in the corner. And
Yeah,
watch.
like you ugly. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be next level. I think it would have to. That once in a while, I need some aftercare from that one.
Yeah.
but
he like hoses you down with a hose. Like you fucking smelly
cuddle.
slut. Let me fucking hose you down.
yes, yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
love
funny.
that. And yeah, and then just the aftercare would have to be there. But it has. It's give and take. Like there has to be give.
Yeah,
of
there has to
course.
be
Like
aftercare.
it's not just all the dirty stuff.
Are you into that sick shit too? You like to be degraded?
No, I don't.
She's the opposite. She doesn't do any of that. She's sweet.
If anything, she likes when guys give things to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like they let you get away with stuff. A bit.
You should try degrading her when you guys shoot a collab.
Could
I mean,
you
when
even
you
do
when you
that?
guys do that, I'm sure you're the dom.
You're like too nice and soft spoken, but
I can put up an ad.
Okay, cool. Do
Okay.
it next.
Okay, when you guys
I've
are
never done
playing, right?
anything.
When you guys are playing in front of the camera,
just like
are you the
slap her.
dom? Are you the dom and she's a sub?
No, I think we're both pretty submissive
Submissive,
on
okay.
camera. Yeah, unfortunately, it's like pretty. It's good. I think
Start
it's good.
like be like I make more money on OnlyFans than you because you're a dumb
Yeah.
little whore.
Oh, do
can't,
that.
You can't even get any subscribers.
Do that.
I
She's
have
like
more,
excited.
I have more clout
That's why
than you.
you're only this percentage.
That's why you have only these many
Yes,
subscribers.
That's why the only kind
paid
of date you can
subscribers.
get is a public masturbator.
Yeah. Oh yes.
You deserve the public masturbator.
So yeah, I'm creating content ideas.
Hit me
I
where
want
it
10%.
hurts.
All right, what's the next question?
That's so fucking-
All
I gotta
right, next
stop.
one. When was the last time you girls shit tested a guy, and why did you do it?
We have to explain to them first what a shit test is. So a shit test is like, have you ever heard that term before?
No.
Before
All
I
right.
start
Have you,
mansplaining?
okay. Have you guys ever like just tested a guy just to see how he's going to react?
It's like basically a way of like
Try to
like, it's
insult
something
him just like
oh,
that.
It's more like oh, you think I'm gonna go home with you tonight? When you say it in like a playful way, you're like testing the guy.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time naturally though.
Yeah.
Girls do that actually, but
Yeah, but what was the question? Have you ever
How
shit?
often?
That what was the last time you shit tested a guy, and why is it that you did it?
I think every new person gets a little stabby stab
Mhm.
just to like see what they're made out of. Yeah.
Stabbies.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't think I've done it.
Really?
You
I
probably
was
done it like
less than-
naturally.
it's
though.
probably
Yeah.
just like very subconscious to you.
I
Just
think
to,
she
like-
does it all the time. Actually, like if like for instance, text messages would be a huge thing. Like
Through texting, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe there's an example recently. Do you remember? Yeah, right. Sure. On the phone.
I'm going on a date tomorrow, and I guess he suggested the first time to go to his place.
Okay.
He was saying like
Maybe
he
he's
has
our
a
follower.
romantic rooftop.
He's our follower. He's our follower. Yeah.
mhm.
What's his
And-
name? I'll tell you if.
He follows you, so I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell me offline.
Oh, okay. I think
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be anyone.
Mm.
No, I mean like I saw the mutual followers. Come on.
Oh,
No.
So he was like, wine and a romantic rooftop, and I told him, "Oh, I thought you meant like a restaurant with a romantic rooftop." Because if it's that, then I'll be more interested.
He's a cool guy.
So-
Like you should say it.
So are you going to his place tomorrow?
No, we're going to a restaurant.
Womp, womp, womp.
He lost.
Oh, okay. No surprise there. Right. He's a good guy. Okay, let's move on to the next question.
And you never met him in person, or maybe you did.
I haven't.
Okay. Yeah.
Where did you meet him? Like a Bumble or something?
I think just on Instagram, right?
He DM'd me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's-
What was his opener?
Guys talk so much amongst themselves.
No. The funny part is actually he takes my help, so I tell him what to say. So I think
Oh,
it's a message I sent. I told him to send you. So
Don't tell her that. Maybe that's gonna...
no, but like
That's
he's
good. I love
he's very
it.
it's very sincere.
love
So
this,
he's very
yeah.
sincere. He's
I don't know. I don't
He's pretty
remember
good.
how it started. I found him attractive. And that's why I think-
he's white, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a
She
lot of white
loves
people.
those.
he has a lot of good posts on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a good page.
Really good page.
Oh, he
Checks
said
all the
cool
boxes.
photos.
Oh yeah, that's
You what? What did you say?
cool photos.
Oh,
And
cool
then
photos.
just saw you on Tinder. I'm like, thank you.
And I accidentally unmatched you or something. Is that what he said?
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Oh my god.
No, you should definitely like. He's a cool guy, like, and he fucks. Yeah,
Humongous schlong. Like
humongous longitis is what he suffers from.
Okay.
You should come for them if it's bad.
you probably won't be able to handle it. Honestly, it's too big. I've
I'm
seen it. I saw a
scared.
shadow of it once. It was like very
And then like
intimidating.
we thought it was
I
sunset.
dropped my coffee.
Like as soon as we saw the shadow, we thought it was sunset or like it was nighttime. That's
He's skinny, right? It's the
Yeah,
skinny
yeah,
guys.
he's like
the
fit.
skinny
He's
He's
just
guys.
athletic, yeah.
athletic.
skinny guys.
Athletic.
I wouldn't say he's like skinny,
he's-
skinny,
It's not really like he's tall, so that skinniness you don't really see.
How tall?
but like
6'2",
6'2".
6'3".
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? I wouldn't
Yeah.
have guessed that by his pictures.
Like significantly taller than you. He's got like a foot on you,
Sweet.
Perfect.
You're gonna have a good time.
so you can wear heels. All right, what's the next question?
Have
I
either
love
of
that.
you girls considered or created a blog writing about personal fantasies?
No, I don't have the attention span for that personally. What about you?
Yeah, that doesn't like seem like a chick thing to do. That's like
It's time consuming.
requires like really putting your like sexual shit out there on the internet.
Yeah. And it's not lucrative enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe you could get like some OnlyFans.
It's possible, but you
followers
probably
from
have to put a lot into it, a lot of emotional.
that. Yeah. Okay, what's the next one? We'll do like a few more. Hit me with the next question.
If it's not too personal, what's the chest sizes?
Oh, let me guess that. Hang on. Okay, you would be a B or C. You are a
Okay, that's like so vague though.
oh, you,
course.
Yeah, I would say-
you're a B.
No,
You,
I'm not.
No, you're not. You're a D.
C?
I'm
you're a D.
C.
Okay, you're a C. Okay. You're a D. No, I know my shit. Probably,
But you got it wrong.
probably a
Caught
double.
me wrong. Just went vague.
I
Didn't even guess the band size. You know, like
Yeah, I'm not like a
try.
fucking. Like, I haven't like fucking had your titties in my hand. Like fucking. Like how am I
You
supposed
said
to like?
you were a pro.
Yeah, but then
I'm
don't
pretty
say
fucking
that
good.
you know your shit.
I clearly know my shit. I got
34.
really close. 36. Thank
36,
you.
okay.
yeah.
See, he actually knows.
Yeah, but he's probably jerked off to your OnlyFans like 20 million times.
Yes. Thank you.
It's probably like your number one.
Thank you for the
follower.
support.
This is the guy who has the feet fantasy. Remember, he wanted your
Oh,
feet
heck
pics.
yeah.
Right? You don't remember that?
Perfect.
Feet
Yeah.
cheese.
I do that all the time.
Oh,
Feet cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I've
Isn't
heard
that
that
word?
actually. Some girls
Foot dust, foot
Yeah.
cheese, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
put cheese.
Yikers.
Like actually putting cheese, not the.
You're gonna have to explain that to me.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I heard. I heard a couple of girls got that request,
Oh,
like bringing cheese,
Like
and
the
they
canned
they are
cheese?
told, yeah,
okay.
different kinds of cheese too, like Philadelphia cheese or whatever, what other cheese there is,
Okay.
and you have to rub it on the feet, and then like put it in a jar and then ship it to me and shit like that, like
Oh, okay.
really crazy stuff.
Okay, that's not that bad. Could be worse.
So you would be okay. I'm gonna take another guess. You are natural and you are enhanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, those are real.
Right. And I'm a virgin.
Mm.
Yeah, your body frame is like too small to have like such big tits. It's a good thing. You're not like, okay, what's the next question?
So, how many matches do you get on Bumble, Tinder, or dating apps per week or
20
per
million.
day?
I don't know an exact amount, but I always get my pick. Whoever, really,
It's probably like hundreds a day.
yeah.
We did an experiment where we took like a girl who's like really obese, like a 1, and she got 500 likes in 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the video?
No,
Oh.
but I'm saying like that
Oh.
makes sense. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
That
Doesn't
just
really
looked like a
matter.
giant overgrown baby.
Wow.
How much do you think we did also one as a male model? How much do you think the male model got in 24 hours?
Double, triple?
Nah, he got 140, so 4
Really?
times less.
Like-
yeah.
Cool. Interesting.
3 times less, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
It's
Sometimes they may seem like fake, I guess.
That's true.
That's a part of it, but
Yeah.
I'd say
typically
most of
it's
them
like,
are probably real.
I mean, even if it's like a guy who looks real and is real, like Instagram is checked and shit like that, he's not gonna get 500 like in a day. Nah, that's not gonna happen. It's probably like 200, 250. That would be like really pushing it if that guy's like a famous celebrity, because girls, the way they swipe, they typically swipe left mostly than right.
And
And
guys,
with
are
guys,
right,
it's like just right.
right.
If they had like a robotic arm, they would just like
Mhm.
put it clockwise and just keep
Yeah.
swiping. So
Yeah, I'm a famous celebrity. I don't get 200 matches a day, so yeah, that's kind of all we need to know.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, so you basically have your pickings.
Yeah.
Your pickings.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I'm jelly.
It's easy.
Okay. What's the next question? Let's do like 2 more.
how many matches on Bumble do you have right now?
It's probably got like so many.
I haven't been on Bumble in a couple months.
But then you like
So
You
when
still
you
have
come
it on your
back
phone, right?
active, that's when you would be able to see like a more accurate number.
did you
of
like
times,
delete it or
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
okay?
it's
You
not on my
deleted it,
phone,
okay.
so I would
It's not on
I
your
would
phone.
definitely show you if
Okay,
it was.
Cool.
I haven't used it.
So you're just seeking on Instagram right now.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
All right. So, what makes a guy stand out to you on dating apps, both the bio and their opening message?
Stand out. What do you think?
When I open a message or just looking at the profile.
At the bio, like on their
Bio.
profile, you've
I know what it is for you. It's
Number
like
one,
I'll
if-
degrade you or something.
like, fuck you, bitch. Like right in the bio.
Mine would be workout.
Just that they work out or they say they work out?
That's actually a red flag for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a hard red
Wait,
flag.
why is that a red flag?
If you're at the gym, you can't spend time. You've already got a girlfriend. Like in a
Wait,
lot.
what?
Yeah.
I'm not following your logic here.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I think I like it them to be in shape because I like to work out too, but not. I don't. If they've already got the obsession of the gym, it's
All right. How about
I
this?
feel like it's the opposite.
Let me ask you the
Uh,
percentage. How pretty and how ugly? Like 70% pretty, 30% ugly, or like 60% pretty, 60% ugly and 40%
Where?
pretty. Like a guy, because you're saying
Oh.
like the guy shouldn't be working out like too much,
yeah.
but then he should be like just right enough, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like
So it's like, and you said that you kind of like ugly guys who have good confidence. Those are the best.
yeah.
So
yeah.
let's say is if
So if you're
there's-
spending all your time at the gym, that's not going to work.
okay, so that's not going to work.
A
So let's
daily
say
2-hour
guy-
session is not.
okay, so let's say this guy, okay, 60% ugly and 40%, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
think
good. Sounds like a
that's your-
good balance to
Okay.
me. Yeah.
I'm still not really
60,
buying that. I
70.
feel like if we go through your dating history, it's going to be like beefcake after beefcake after beefcake.
I'll show you after.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Take a look
I'm
after.
envisioning a bunch of good-looking dudes.
Yeah, there's a couple obviously, but like I don't know. It definitely has a lot more to do with money and connection, I think.
You like the money?
I have to have money. That's the thing
Hmm.
because I have to have a man that makes more money than me, and I make a lot.
How much do you make?
I'm not going to disclose that.
that was a truck.
Enough. I make plenty. I have a good life. Nice
Are you
car.
six digits or 7 digits?
Last year was 7. This year was 6.
7, damn,
That's
girl.
incredible.
That's a lot of money.
Barely, but yes.
But
And that's all
The
from
Southern thing, I fucking-
OnlyFans.
no.
Like
no.
seeking
Barely
and
any
like that.
from.
Oh, what else do you do?
Seeking.
Seeking, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you make that much from seeking?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yes, I do.
So you're like fucking hustling on there, or right?
But it's more about the having the whales.
What's
This is
the most you've ever had a guy drop on you?
I mean, that person bought
house,
her
yeah.
a van, like a 100K van. So
Yeah, but
that's
maybe-
the 100K
maybe it
van
goes
was
further.
Yeah, it
was
was
nothing,
500K.
okay, 500K.
Damn, that is insane.
Yeah.
This is a really good business idea for you. You should actually train other sugar babies for money.
I've thought about this. I've thought about writing a book. I've started writing a book, but I need to get some more experience first.
Just publish it anywhere other than Miami. Okay, so we don't.
Literally. No, in Miami, people, yeah. Seeking is really messed up here in Miami.
It is pretty
actually.
messed up, yeah.
If you go to the West Coast,
There's just a bunch of people trying to fuck each other over.
right, San Francisco and Seattle, like the tech capitals, you're gonna.
Oh yeah, because they're like more
complete
A
opposite.
nerdy.
lot,
Yeah.
very Indians, like too many Indians.
Yeah, you can find nerds that will pay you whatever you say, and they have it because they're
working
Microsoft,
in tech,
Amazon
yeah.
guys, and yeah, it's like
Okay, but real talk, like
Yeah.
just like between us, right? Don't you find it like a little sad for the guys? Not for you, but for the guys. but,
not
like,
at all.
really.
No, I find that it's an essential part of maintaining masculinity to constantly be going after new pussy. And if you can afford to pay for it rather than to hunt it down because you value your time a little bit more, which is how a lot of guys.
But okay, so I wouldn't say the time being valued is a context there. Like, let's say if they pay for the pussy, right? Cool. With you, they might get like a good experience, but with most girls, it's going to be like super forced. Like the girl is going to just like lay there and
But
let
even-
him do anything.
But even
Meanwhile, if it's a hunt, then
That's
it's
a
like
s-
more real, more organic.
but even okay, assuming that she's like the
Possibly.
best sugar baby ever, right? Which could be, I guess, I don't know. But you're still like, if you're not genuinely attracted to the guy, there's only like so much you could do on your end. Like, assuming you're the best actress
100%.
ever, you're the Scarlett Johansson of Seeking.
Right.
Like, you're still like
Which
somewhat,
is not what I do, by the way. Like I really focus on liking the guy,
Liking the guy, okay.
focus on being with the guy with the highest dollar amount that you like, and you can make.
But how do you force yourself to like a guy that you're not like attracted to?
It hardly ever happens because I
Right.
don't put myself in those kind of situations. I find that that's how you get depressed, that's how you get down, and that's how you
So
get out
you
of the
screen
life.
out guys you're legitimately attracted to.
I try my absolute hardest to always do that. If I get put in a situation where I have to do it, then it's more about like, what was your question about it? If I'm in that situation?
No, I'm just like asking, like, how do you? Because it's just natural rule of law that most men that you encounter you won't be attracted to, right? Because like most men will not be
Yeah.
your type or whatever. So most guys are also probably losers. So like,
Yeah.
if you like, common sense would dictate if you meet up with 10 guys, you might only be attracted to one or two of them.
So I only go out with the one or two.
Okay, so
And I don't waste my time. Or if I do accidentally get in that situation, then I fake it and get out, or I, and don't see him again,
right.
But first time's usually not that bad with anyone.
No, I don't think it would be bad, but if you're like not attracted, like there's only so much you can do. But I
Exactly.
guess you kind of like get the money up front, right? Probably.
And then not do it and leave without
Well, no, but, like-
finessing. I hate finessing. I won't do that.
But do the guys they like when they pay, is it like just for the date, or is it like assuming a happy ending?
It's you can talk about that before
Okay, so you like negotiate that front.
you negotiate that before you go on the date, before you leave.
What do most guys wind up doing?
They want dinner and then
fuck.
fuck.
Oh, why don't they just skip the dinner?
Because it's a meeting for the first time in public.
But what if they
Some
said like,
sort of chase, simulated chase.
I feel like if I was gonna pay for it, I would just like skip all that and just go straight to
That's available too.
is it for a higher
No,
price?
I know it is. I'm just thinking.
Is it
what
for a
would I do
higher
if I was in
price?
that shoes?
Not it's not available with me.
Okay,
But
yeah.
But yeah, with some
Yeah, of
girls
course,
it
of
might be
course.
cheaper to do that because it takes less time and they can see more guys.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, that's how some girls think. I mean, this is how I think about it too. Is like with price points, like how many guys do you have to bang to pay your rent?
I mean,
So
like three.
if you're only
Four.
giving a girl $150 to $200 and she's driving to
I think
here
that
from
nobody's
Fort
actually offering
Lauderdale,
that much, right? Like 150 for or 200. That low is never
Yeah, that's
in Miami.
that's a steal right there.
I think girls do it.
for $200.
Oh no, I've had girls
That's
throw out like
mad.
crazy price points at me, but the mistake these girls make is they ask for money after sex, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah.
Never happens.
Yeah, no.
No, you have to pre
Yeah, Mhm.
that
Sometimes I try to like see if I can like frame control my way out of it. I'll be like, all right, listen, I just want to see how the chemistry is, right? Let's just feel out the
Oh,
situation.
you're one of those.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I said that right away.
Literally, like my worst enemy.
I actually
I
had
know.
I had this one chick. I would say 2 months
term
ago.
is
She was
salt
actually
daddy.
Yeah.
like the tallest
the
girl
worst.
I ever hooked up with. She was half an inch taller than me,
Mm.
and like she drove from West Palm, and like she came over. We first met outside, and then she came over, and then like things were getting heated.
Mm.
Right in the bedroom, she goes like, "So what am I getting for tonight?"
Mm.
Right? I'm like, I just stop and I just say, I think we spoke about this, so maybe it's a good idea to just end it. That's what I said.
Really? You
yeah,
said
yeah. And she starts getting dressed. She's like, what do you think I did wrong? Or it's like she was asking me like, what do
Yeah.
you think I did wrong? So I even said like, you were checking your phones too much, even after I told you.
was that
So,
true?
Yeah, she was checking
Okay.
her phone a lot, and I told her, hey, we are talking to each other. Why are you checking your phone?
Mm.
At first I was just like teasing her for it, and then later on I was like, hey, can you put your phone away because we're talking. But she
Okay, that's a
continued
very
doing,
common complaint too. I
yeah,
see.
so she continued doing it, but when I tell a girl, typically they're not going to touch the phone again.
Mm.
And she kept doing it, and then when she was
Disobedient.
like getting dressed and she was like leaving, I walked her out, obviously, like just super cordial.
Mm.
And then downstairs she was like, can you quickly sit with me? I'm like, okay, cool, I'll sit. And I sat, and she was like, I'm so sorry, I just don't know, like I don't know what happened, can we give it another shot? So
Mhm.
we just came up back and then we fucked. So I
And
gave
didn't
her the
pay, yeah.
option. No,
Yeah.
I gave her the option to like just leave because she asked for money, and this was like pre-sex. So I was like,
Was
yeah,
she
so-
new to it or was she?
she said that she's only met like 2 guys or something.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you,
so it's pretty new.
taking advantage of someone that's new to the game for sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, the whole thing is like a game. Like
It
both
is a game,
parties are
but-
playing a game. Like the guy's trying to get as much
It is a
as
game,
possible.
but don't use seeking.
Yeah, but then
Why would I
then that's
not?
the
It's
thing,
like
though,
such a great resource.
So
Use Bumble, Tinder, all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
so-
ones.
But you do a lot
guess.
better on seeking. Seeking is like you get way more
because you're
inter-
tricking girls into it, and they're not on the same page as you.
I mean, like
That's a strong word, tricking.
When you're
That's
giving
Well,
them
yeah,
That's a
and-
strong word right there.
When you're giving them ultimatum,
Yeah, it
I like
is.
to,
and
I
you're
like to
willing
think of
walk
it
away,
as being persuasive.
You just called yourself a salt daddy a minute ago.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll fully own that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that's awful. Because
Nah.
this is some girl's livelihood. You gotta think you're messing with some single mom's diapers. You know, these
I
girls
wa-
are sex work is real work. You're on that page, right?
I once had a chick message me saying that like because you salt daddy me, I can't afford to pay for my son's diapers. And I had to move back to Venezuela. I was like,
That's
you're probably
depressing.
lying, but even if you're not, yeah, no, I feel like no sympathy for that. I guess I don't know. My logic is that like,
Why don't you have sympathy for that?
you want the honest answer? Or you want the,
Yeah,
like,
no, tell me.
the politically correct answer?
Oh, tell me.
I don't know how to say this without like I don't know like
No,
insulting you.
tell me.
All right. I just like lose massive respect for a girl. Find out she's like trying to make money from sex, because I just find that like
Too empowering.
no, I just find that kind of like I don't know, like especially like if she's like a straight up prostitute, I would
Mhm.
say that's like more clean. But with like seeking, you might be the exception where you're like, oh, I don't know, you're trying to like actually have a connection. But the vast majority of chicks on seeking, the fact of the matter is, it's a game, and their whole
Yeah.
thing is extracting as much money
as
Mhm.
from the guy as possible, right? I'm playing a different game, and my game, the game I'm playing,
Get as much pussy as possible.
get as much pussy as possible, right? So it's like we're both playing game. I'm just better at the game than she is, right? So that's kind of the way I see it.
I found that really depressing. But yeah,
I would say the whole thing is kind of depressing.
yeah, it
honestly.
is. It is. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to win one over, and who can trick who.
Yeah.
I use the word trick again, but like who can fool the other
I
person?
mean,
it's kind of like
the girl I
It's a
fucked that
grimy,
night,
grimy world.
the
Yeah,
girl
it's
I hooked up with
sad.
that night, she actually had happy tears. She squirted for the first time in her life.
that's cute.
Yeah, so like she got really fucking good deal out of that.
Yeah, but what if
E-
you had a
like
small
she did,
dick and you came prematurely, and it was like a lose?
but that
She
doesn't
had to
happen
go home
like,
that night, and she was
with me
depressed.
or him. Like it doesn't happen. So
What
we're, like,
if?
very
You mean
confident.
when?
It does happen, and like you will have times where you're gonna be a girl, in that on seeking. It can happen. Really, easily, and I feel like if you have that,
But those
financial
guys will never even get to
compensation-
that stage where they can actually do that because the girl is gonna catch on. Like the girl is
Possible
gonna
if
be like,
you're
yeah,
not
like,
paying,
yeah, I'm not gonna fuck off. I'm not gonna do that.
maybe
Yeah.
not. You never know. Some guys talk big game and they really don't have it, and so you never know.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Possible.
I have a complete two double set of ethics. Like one I have for like every type of girl, and one I have for a seeking girl, and they're like so like flaking on a regular girl, I feel bad. Flaking on a seeking girl, don't really feel bad. Like white lies or lies in general on a regular girl, I wouldn't do that. On a seeking girl, meh. It's like a complete double standard. I feel like I have for like a seeking girl. It's just like I don't know. This is just me. But hey, I mean, you're playing the game. Sounds like you're playing it well. I can't hold that against you.
Mhm.
If anything, I would say, okay, you're not going to disagree on this, but I would say like I wouldn't really say if I had to like attribute blame. I wouldn't put it on you girls because it's like like whatever, you have like an opportunity to make a lot of money. Like I can't fault you for taking advantage
If you
of that.
were a girl, would you
That's such a big
truthfully, like really think about it, at knowing your love for sex as a male now,
Mhm.
would you get on Seeking and attempt to make some extra dollars, or make
But
it
I
your
should
full-time
love
thing?
sex, right? Like, no, I am loving sex even as a girl. Is that
Of
your question?
course, yeah.
That's-
Okay.
I love sex.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do it if I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, some girls might not feel that way. That might be a huge problem.
Yeah.
But like, if you were a girl, would you do it?
That's such a
OnlyFans, Seeking, whatever.
yeah. So that's like such a tough question, right? Because if I was a girl, I have a complete different set of hormones. I have different brain chemistry, different set of
course.
life experiences. I really don't know. I can't give you a hard no because it is definitely a possibility. I think I'd be way more inclined to do OnlyFans and porn though, rather than
Yeah,
Seeking.
same here. I would say.
I think I would definitely gravitate towards that more.
But that's public, and Seeking is not public.
Yeah, but if you're on Seeking, like other people can see, like you're still putting yourself out there.
Very
Yes,
small
yeah, you
percentage
are.
of people
I mean,
see it though.
I've heard like many
Compared
girls.
to OnlyFans, where you can potentially have millions of followers looking at you.
If you have
Yeah, but
millions
like-
of followers, you made it.
Well, yeah, but
You're a multimillionaire. You don't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
even smaller accounts, 20, 50K, have
You're still rich at that
large
point.
reaches.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would gravitate towards that more. Like that's just my gut feeling. If I
Yeah.
was a chick,
There was like
well, it's hard to answer because I'm not. I'm a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this: I would totally do OnlyFans as a guy.
Yeah, no, you should. It's a great way.
I did one video for this chick. This guy.
Can you stay hard like that?
Can you what?
Can you stay hard like that though? I mean, you have to be used to like photographers,
Yeah, if the girl's attractive.
male photographers over your shoulder while
well,
you're doing
we did.
What if
we
a
did
did
girl
like
that
the-
you're not necessarily attracted to.
I don't think I could do with a girl I'm not attracted to. I would.
But you have situations where like there's one annoying girl on set and it's a threesome and it's just kind of like,
Well, that's the cool thing about OnlyFans, right? Is like you have more creative control than than a
you do.
traditional porn star. So you can be
course.
more selective. So you don't not necessarily have to put yourself in that situation. You can like
necessarily,
pick your collabs,
but
yeah.
it happens. Trust me, like it happens.
I mean, if it happens, the shoot is canceled. Simple, right?
No, you can't
You
cancel
send
the shoot.
everybody
The
home.
OnlyFans,
You're done.
yeah.
Like, and you don't.
OnlyFans,
You need the
OnlyFans.
content. I mean, it's like
Yeah, you will get that reputation for that. I would just
Oh,
pop
like
I
OnlyFans.
would just
yeah.
keep a Viagra in my pocket. If I'm not attracted to girl, I'll just pop the Viagra or something.
right.
I could probably do it. I mean, depends on how bad. Are we talking about some ogre or something like that?
No. I'm just saying someone that
Creature.
annoys you or something that you're not like don't have good chemistry with or something.
This would
Should be fine.
ball and gags are for. You just.
Well, that's what I'm
Silence
saying.
her.
Like, can you stay hard through that?
I have faith in myself. I think I can.
Yeah.
I think I can do it. Yeah.
Cialis works wonders.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's awesome.
I wouldn't be able to take.
That's what
I'm
a
part
lot
of the
guys
10% of people who gets really bad headaches from taking Cialis. So it's
Poor
not,
you.
it's
Yeah,
not an
poor
option
guy.
for me.
Yeah, I take like microdose.
You
Oh,
too?
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It is
Microdoses.
awesome.
It's like less than 10% of men. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't fuck with it. And I just cannot. Like the headaches are so.
I take
brutal.
like 1.25
sorry.
milligrams and all night,
It's okay. It's not your
all
fault.
night, all night.
No, I'm sorry for your loss. Kind of sorry. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't really need it though. I can like more or less stay hard naturally. I've never had that issue. I feel like also like
think with,
Cialis is like mentally addictive. So once you get used to it, like you
But
get
the-
like a little nervous when you don't have it. So I never want to develop that habit.
Yeah, but the crazy
True.
part is like
It's like
I,
smoking or
I
something.
can naturally stay hard, but with Cialis, you get the energy. Like
Yeah.
you fucking destroy the girl. Like you literally
I've never
destroy the
had
girl.
that.
Never had
energy.
it.
Yeah, so much fun.
Cool.
You should try taking it as a girl. I'd be curious
Yeah,
what
we should
happened.
try it.
I think it. What
I mean, it does like just increase blood circulation.
Like a
That's
little
it.
Adderall.
your clit will just be popping out. Just like it's like
It'll be
Bleeding.
throbbing. The clit will be throbbing.
Yeah, no.
yeah, it's got like a heartbeat. Two.
Yes,
two.
It's
Dude.
like
that'd
in
be
a heart
great.
shape, like a
Ugh.
weenie.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Remember
But
the
so
total-
so
Oh,
the
that's
initial
safe.
point I was making is that like I think like if I had to like attribute blame, I wouldn't put the blame on the girl. I would put the blame on the dudes because the dudes are allowing this kind of like simpy behavior. And I always had this fantasy if I could just get all the dudes in Miami in like a group chat on WhatsApp and we could all make a 1 month pledge not to simp, like we
Mhm.
could really fucking change some things.
the dating.
Like if all the men stop simping, like like things are gonna have to change. But the problem is that there's just too many men who are gonna simp. So
Well,
and
97% of men are total
yeah,
betas.
yeah, total betas.
So-
Yeah.
wait, did you get that statistic from somewhere or you just
Yeah.
Oh, where's that?
Don't know. I would have to
Must have
Google
read it
that.
or
This
something.
was years ago. I did look it up. It was like
97%?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's even
I
more.
wonder
than I
how
thought.
they came up
3%
with that.
alpha. Yeah, and the 3% get all the pussy.
Yeah.
I think this was a
Most
Tinder
of them
study.
do.
Tinder study. Okay.
That's what. Yeah. I
Or
think
did you
that's what
watch
it
this
was.
on Fresh and Fit?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Do you know Fresh and Fit?
I just was told about it tonight. Actually,
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll go there.
On the way over here or something? Or where did you hear it?
literally like an hour before I got here, someone
Oh,
told me
okay.
about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Interesting.
I was like, oh, I gotta look it up. Yeah, I'm new. I'm actually new to Miami, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all
Welcome.
those- Yeah,
Oh yeah, you moved here in December, I think, right?
Where did you move
I
from?
have that.
Seattle, Washington.
Oh, that's right. You said that like 5
I
times.
have that
Yeah.
in
Yeah, I
that
did.
text.
Yeah, good
You told
for
me
you.
that.
You pay attention.
Are you like you have like a very indigenous looking face? Are you like Mexican or Colombian?
I'm Cuban.
Cuban. Okay. Huh. Okay, so you got like Spanish blood.
Spanish.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheese
And-
spicy.
Cuban. I wouldn't say. I guess. Yeah, Cuban natives.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, so going back to what I was saying earlier, so if I could just get all the men to stop simping for a period of time, like
That would do it.
that would do
And I
it.
actually like tease them a
There's-
bit of
there's just-
decent game,
There's
right?
just no-
Because also, as I was gonna say with my question about like if you were a girl, would you do OnlyFans? Like you would have a lifetime of guys bombarding you for attention or whatever, what pussy, you know, whatever.
But the thing is,
so
like,
you'd have
let's say
that experience.
but
in
there
the
are
back of
some
your
like
head.
downs. Okay, so there's definitely like I feel you. There's definitely some strong upsides. You could make like bank,
Mhm.
like the fact that you made
and
seven
enjoy
figures.
yourself.
Yeah, if you-
Potentially enjoy yourself.
potentially. Okay, fine, potentially. But like, so yeah, that part's like the fact like you would need to like have spent like 50 years working your way up the corporate ladder or start your own business to make that kind of money. Like that
Mhm.
money is literally insane, and you're probably like barely paying taxes on that too. So it's like,
Barley.
yeah. I feel you on that.
oh,
Yeah.
whenever you
Uh,
the
but
southern.
But on the flip side, there are some downsides. Like one is potentially like a guy that you're going to be with in the future. Like I'm not saying that that's correct. I'm
Mhm.
just saying for some guys that will be a deal breaker. Like I would-
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And I've recently started dating and like actually dating. And it's definitely been a huge thing. And I'm trying to find my way, like trying to find a way to work around it or
Yeah.
like give into it a little bit. But at the
But that's
same
the
time,
issue, right? Like, because
I
now
don't know if
you're in
there
a
is. I
now
think
you're
there's
in a-
just some guys who
and
will
I agree. I don't really think there's a way to go
for
around
you.
it.
It's
I
like
think
it's almost
But
like
some
it's
guys
it's a
won't
deal
care.
breaker.
yeah, some guys won't care though.
Some guys will really support it, and that's really cool. I think that
and
you
also
could date someone off Seeking potentially.
but most of
He's
them
been
like the
down that
ones-
rabbit hole.
Yeah, I've picked that rabbit hole once.
Yeah.
It was
It's
really
okay.
bad.
I'd be
Okay.
no,
Really
it was a
bad.
bad experience for him. I'd be like
Aw.
super. I wouldn't say no, but very low probability. I'd be like super cautious, like dating someone off Seeking. Like
Yeah.
she would have to be like there would have to be a good reason why she's on there. She's
And
like,
this is a
I was
this is a-
trying to download Bumble and I just accidentally typed in
Oh
Seeking
my
instead,
god.
or something like that.
and
It's
this is
not
this
that
is
bad.
a
These are
question
real
for you
people.
too.
I think that you are very burnt by the Miami Seeking scene. I think if you went to another state, you would realize that normal girls are on there too.
I-
Like
I would-
doctors,
I would- I would
I would
agree
say-
with you on that.
yeah,
I
I
like
would
would
say-
say- I would
doctors,
say that.
nurse, like
I would-
they're
I
all
would-
on
I
there.
would-
Miami
I would-
is
I would agree with you
The
on that.
Olympics of seeking.
Yeah.
Like,
Miami is the
yes,
Olympics.
there's
Miami
this
in a
is
way.
a full-time job for a lot
A
of
lot
girls
of girls.
here.
Like
Yeah. I mean, I have
So-
met cool girls in Miami off Seeking. Like, I will acknowledge that. But like for like long term, like there's qualities that I didn't like. But for like hooking up a few times, it was fine. But yeah, for long term, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think
I
like,
don't know. I find that the guys that I meet on there are more open, non-monogamous. They have a little bit more experience, and I like that. And I guess for a guy, that's not what they're looking
And
for.
I have
is
a,
a
I have
level
a,
of
I have a
experience.
question for you. So let's say, okay, right now you said that you're getting back to regular dating,
Yeah.
but then in your worldview, technically, like for your time and for your pussy, you are being paid, right? And then when you go back to Bumble, you're actually going to meet a cool guy, but he's not going to pay you for your time or your pussy.
It's complex.
It's complex, right?
Yeah.
Because you like the guy, and that is how kind of regular dating works. But
Right.
then your worldview is that, like, for so much, I made so much money, and now I'm kind of settling. That's what's gonna
100%.
go through your head, and which
100%.
is why I think like, I mean, it's to few girls, maybe they should do it for a bit, but then mostly focus on regular dating. But like regular dating, you could rich guy
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, because if you do
Totally.
that too much, you're going to fall into that headspace where it's like, for every time I fuck a guy, my bank account is supposed to go up this much, right?
Right.
So that's the mindset you have. So when you're doing it with a guy you like, you're attracted to, the sex is amazing, you're gonna be like, fuck, something is still missing.
No, I don't think it's gonna feel like an empty hole. I think that will be filled
You
with
can just fill it
emotional
up with,
connection.
again, another dick. Yeah.
And I think that it's
I was
Why'd
just
you
making a
laugh at
joke.
that?
I was
no,
making a
what'd you
joke.
say?
He made a snarky little remark.
Oh, God.
When you said like it's another hole to fill, I was like, another dick. That's
Another
it.
hole. Yeah.
Yeah, but continue.
No, but I think that it's. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
It's not an empty hole to fill.
Yeah, I think that it makes the connection between that person a little bit stronger because you're making an exception and you're choosing to spend time with them. At least that's how I.
But you would have to
it.
mentally condition yourself to make yourself think that over time
Totally.
you would have to.
You have to be in
rewiring
control.
your brain with,
Yeah.
with that person.
I've seen
And
girls
go
get
out
to
for
a
it.
point where they cannot orgasm unless there's money involved. Like I've seen,
And that's
that
very
shit.
sad, and I hope
That's
I
very
never
sad.
get that hard. And I think that you have to work as a female to be actively like good with yourself and take care of yourself.
I mean, the best way
to not get hard like that. And you meet so many girls like that here.
and the best way to
But
do
again,
it would
out
be,
of any other place in the world.
No, I
that
agree
goes
with you on that.
and a good solution would be actually like you meeting guys from Bumble
Yeah.
and seeking. Then that
Yeah.
way with the Bumble guys, you can still have that like, okay, genuine attraction, genuine connection,
Yeah.
and like he's gonna make you bust just from like, good
But
But
game, good
imagine
sex.
she gets like mixed up. She's on a date with a Bumble guy. She's like, so what's the PPM tonight? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, oh shit.
I already said I
Well-
don't do both at the same time.
Okay.
You'll never see me on Bumble and Seeking at the same time because I feel bad for the Seeking guys. Honestly, I'm like they don't have, the Bumble guys don't have to pay for it. The Seeking guy does, But yeah, it's the thing.
I've had situations where
It's
I
a
met
sticky situation.
Well, I met
Yeah.
girls like Bumble, and then they're like kind of get ghosty and non-responsive, and they see me on Seeking, and then they become like super responsive.
because they think there's a bag in it.
Yeah. But like I've had, but even like the one I'm thinking of, she didn't even want money. I think it was for her. She was just, it's like a status thing. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
you must be rich. You're on Seeking, even though
That's
it's only
so
like
sad.
$70 a month to get
Yeah.
on. Like you don't have to actually be rich to like join Seeking.
Yeah.
But it's like the perception if you're on Seeking, you have money.
Yeah.
What do you think about the girls who are like on there literally just to meet a cool rich guy who's gonna show them experiences?
I love that energy.
Okay,
I love that.
okay, cool. I like that.
You like the cool rich guy energy.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Picking up
Doesn't
guys
have
that
to
you
be-
can network. I mean, it's networking.
Yeah.
My
Technically.
favorite type of girl is like the younger chick who's like 19, 20, who just wants like a 50 Shades of Grey experience. She just like read 50 Shades of Grey and she's like, ooh, this is where I can meet my Christian Grey.
Yeah, that's cute.
They're kind of the unicorn of Seeking, but they do
Yeah,
exist.
I've seen that. I've been that girl when I first got on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was 20 though, and I remember there were a couple like Dom Daddy. And it was in Seattle too. That's where Seeking.
Yeah.
That's where
It takes
50
place.
Shades
Yeah.
was. Yeah, it was kind of hot. But yeah, those Dom relationships usually don't turn out as good as the guy says it. Especially if you're new pussy, then they nut really fast, and it's just kind of like traditional after that. Yeah,
Interesting.
a lot of guys talk it up to be this like crazy thing, and then you show up and it's like,
I agree.
okay, he like hit me once.
Once.
He choked me a little bit,
A little
but then
bit, yeah.
he felt bad and he stopped.
Oh
You know,
my
it's
God.
like,
He didn't degrade me enough.
yeah, it's like,
He
It's
didn't
usually
cancel
very
me
average.
while
He
I was
like
The
treated me
Dom-
I
with
was downstairs.
respect.
yeah, he like walked me out and shit.
He was like a
so-
gentleman.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Fucking lame.
This
He
guy.
walked you out.
Ugh.
Like I didn't have any like really big bruises afterwards, and
Yeah.
like I wasn't bleeding, and like
No,
Like
yeah.
nobody knew that I got fucked.
If you can't
After.
feel it after, it wasn't.
If it should hurt, like it should
It
be
should
like
hurt. No,
spraining.
that is
Yeah,
a
I think
thing.
you're like more extreme than me, honestly. Like,
Really?
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty extreme, but I think you
Mm.
go a little step further. I'm probably like
Mm.
in between both of you. Because
Yeah.
you seem like, I wouldn't say you're like totally
She's like,
vanilla.
don't touch me.
You seem like more like just like, you know, some good sex, maybe a little spank on the ass, maybe a little hair pulling, but nothing too
Oh
extreme.
no.
I like a
She has.
balance.
Yeah, she's got it. She's a
I
good.
like
She's got a bit
balance.
of
I've
us.
been choked, hair pull.
She's got a bit of a wild side.
Not
But you're probably not into
excessively
being like
as,
degraded and told you're like a dumb fucking slut.
She probably doesn't like it socially either, eh?
And you like it socially?
Yeah, socially is very important to me.
Socially being called that.
Not called, not
Okay.
like degraded over
Yeah.
speech. I mean, like just like canceling the plans and
Okay.
like not prioritizing me all the time, like that kind of thing.
I should start doing that with my
That's so funny.
podcast guests. I should be like,
Cancel on him.
hey, listen, we got a hotter girl coming, so we're not gonna invite you,
Yes.
dumb little slut.
Yeah.
I wonder if you did that with her, she
I
would
would
have
want to
changed
be
the
on
word.
it more.
Or
I would,
like,
I would be like, fuck, I really want to be on it now because I almost was like, I don't really want to go. But
Okay.
now, if you would have done
you-
that,
you
Okay,
get on the
over.
couch. You're like, I'm all friendly. You're like, hey, you want a drink? Or I should have been like, sit over there and cover your face because we don't want it on the camera.
here's a paper bag.
And yeah, just put this paper
Just
bag
poke a
on.
nose, poke a
And,
hole at the nose
You
so
can
that it
poke
could breathe.
holes.
Try to
Or not
cover.
even that. Fuck that.
Try to
Fuck
do as
breathing.
little talking as possible.
You
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
pass out on the couch
Yeah.
because you couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Breath play.
Yeah, no, for all of us. It works. The reverse
so funny.
psychology, whatever you want to call it, it's good.
Thanks for
It's-
coming.
it's
Thanks
just
for coming
your-
to the podcast, you dumb little slut.
Your brain was basically wired that way to
I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear what kind of dumb slut things you say on this
and
podcast.
a lot of girls it's like more subtle, but with you it's like extreme and you're very self-aware that you actually like all of this shit. All
I'm
of this
just
shit,
curious
like-
where the edge is, like where the
It came from a guy that I was with that I met on Seeking.
Okay.
He taught me a lot about male psychology and about what males actually like. He was very honest with me. I
Hmm.
feel like if men were more honest, that shit would be.
Yeah,
And
that's what-
he trained me up real good.
How old was he?
Huh?
How old was he?
37.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has some
So
decent
he
experience.
helped you discover the like sexual side of you.
The sexual side of me, but also like more about like what men want, what especially rich men. What rich
Yeah,
men
like
Well, I
want.
think
what they're used to,
the
what
bringing
they've
pussy
had.
thing. That's
Well, I
like
think
epic
there's
shit,
like
yeah. That's
so
really
many
good shit.
different kinks. Like there's some men.
Of
who-
course, there's kinks, but
Yeah.
there's definitely consistencies in every man.
What would you say the consistencies are? I'm curious.
Newness
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
new
novelty.
That's a
novelty.
big
Novelty.
one.
Okay,
The
novelty. for
Coolidge
sure.
effect. You familiar with that?
I've heard the term. Yeah,
Yeah.
novelty.
And if she's the source of that new pussy, perfect. You are
Why
attribute
get?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Get any other pussy? Yeah, fuck
right.
that. She's
And
getting it for
that's-
you.
You lock it down like that for sure.
Yeah, no, men
That's a good
definitely love
example.
novelty.
Yeah.
What are some of the other consistencies?
Food. You know, cooking and being a nurturer is
Really?
definitely,
I never
Um,
cared about the
and
cooking.
especially if you can surprise them. Like
What?
if you're a
cooking? I
seeking
don't- no, I don't
girl
care.
and they've
Yeah.
paid you to show up, and you're like, oh, let me just throw something together for you, you know, like, or make them a really good coffee or do something that's a little bit wifey and they didn't expect it. Like that.
I
could
like
be
I
a
like the wifey things.
huge
Yeah, oh yeah.
thing.
I
That
like
could be
I
a
like
huge
that
thing. And the
the-
down to earth when everybody else is up there.
the seeking girl I
Even if you're
met who
not.
became my girlfriend,
Mm,
she actually cleaned my closet. I was like, holy fuck.
exactly.
I just like fucked the shit out of her after that. Like I was like,
exactly.
yeah, I really liked it. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's good.
Definitely.
Acts of service. Acts
It'd
of service is
be
good.
funny. Imagine she shows up on the podcast, be like, "You're like, should I sit over there?" I'm like, "Nah, go clean my closet, you dumb slut."
Yeah, fucking-
Once you fucking clean that, maybe we'll let you on the air.
Maybe we'll consider it.
We'll consider it. Probably
We'll,
not.
we'll first lock
Probably
you in
not
and
because
then,
you're so fucking dumb. But you know,
Oh God. Yeah, I might like that actually.
that's funny.
I love
Your
it.
closet's not already organized.
The what?
Your
My-
closet's
my
not
closet
already
is a
organized?
fucking mess.
His
Oh,
is
gross.
always a
Disgusting.
mess.
Okay.
Everything is a mess in that room.
Yeah, I
Once
hope-
you enter, you never come back.
yeah, I hope you have your fucking tetanus shot because once you
That's-
go in there,
That's like a good flag for me too. Like
you're
if
gonna
the
get
guy
like
has a
some
messy
medieval
house,
disease.
it should be the opposite, right? But it's like,
So
Oh,
it's
you're
a
right.
green
Good thing.
flag for you if a guy has a messy house.
yeah.
Oh,
'cause
you
that
would like
means
me?
he's
I'm a
busy.
fucking slob.
Yeah, if he's busy and he's got like,
I mean, the
wearing the
mosquito
same
sat on
clothes
him,
for
so you know
Tuesday.
how
Yeah, there's
dirty he
fucking
is.
like splooge stains everywhere. It's
Ugh.
disgusting.
the
like-
sheets are like stale. It's like
Oh, they're
damp.
so
They-
fucking
they
stale.
never
They're
get
gross.
washed. I don't think they're.
I also get
overwashed.
really bad night sweats, so it's like fucking
Damp.
damp and shit.
It's
I
like
said
you're
that.
in a
Ugh,
waterbed. You're
that's
in a waterbed
gross.
that leaked.
That's
You know.
disgusting.
It's so gross.
But
Fucking
yeah,
coffee
that's
everywhere.
that's a good thing.
Crab and stains.
Because that means
So
you need a
it's a good
woman.
thing.
That means you need a woman.
Okay.
That's how I think about it. I'm like, you actually
Very
might
interesting,
need
though.
me.
Eh,
Like
Your
if I were to
psychology
wash
is
your
very
sheets,
unique.
then it,
we got a cleaning lady. She
Yeah,
does
we get
pretty
cleaning
good
once
job.
a week.
obviously not doing the
No, this
This
is
is dirty?
this is clean for us.
main
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
Really? You think this is dirty? Oh shit! Yeah, you haven't seen nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a
sucks.
clean version for us.
That's awful.
For him,
We're
like,
just-
I wanted clean, but this guy is just way too much.
Mhm.
He's like the opposite of Aphrodite. Like Aphrodite walks and then there's grass growing up. When
Mhm.
he's walking, there's dirt behind it. Like that's
Ew.
just
MJ,
trash.
you remember
Just
back in
trash
LA,
bags, trash
the
bags are
fucking
walking.
the fucking messes I used to live in. This was before I could
Oh,
afford cleaning
This
ladies.
was so epic.
Dirty.
In his other place,
Yeah.
I like in his other place in Miami.
Yeah, he's clean too.
I was sleeping on the couch because it was like a 1 month transition period for me, and like when I fucked girls on his bed, they
Mhm.
went into the bathroom and they just like came out with like like they're like questioning their life, not
Yeah.
because they fucked me. It was like what kind of bathroom am I going into? Like what is this?
It was gross, right?
It was way too much.
Really
Like the
gross.
water never drains
Oh, no.
because of all the coconut oil in there or some shit. Like you just
Ugh.
Yeah, I was into oil pulling at the time.
At least have the okay. Yeah, no, that's too far. The bathroom has to be
that was way too
functional.
much.
I have to be.
And
able
then
to-
I
Whoa,
failed.
whoa! I think we finally found your limit.
yeah, things have to be
That's what I
functional.
said.
My bathroom is her limit.
That's also what I said about the degrading thing. Like if you're
Hmm.
peeing on my couch, don't fucking be on my couch.
Okay.
Like
Peeing in the
but
peeing in the
pee on me
wash.
in the shower.
Yeah, there's
Peeing.
like low key piss everywhere in my bathroom. It's disgusting.
That's
It's the filthiest
gross.
thing ever.
That's gross.
You want to see it after the podcast? It's
Yeah, I do.
So fucking gross.
She's curious now. She's intrigued.
We should
She's
do
intrigued by the
a
piece.
behind the scenes like reveal of the
Yeah,
bathroom, and we zoom in on your face.
my nice ass outfit, my heels in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bathroom. Yeah. for
Yeah,
sure.
you're gonna need like a hazmat suit or something. We're
God.
gonna need to like fucking decontaminate you after that.
That's where patient zero for COVID was born.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
why COVID was actually created in my bathroom. Yeah,
Ugh.
It was
This
a
is
com-
just too dirty.
there was a combination of fucking splooge and fucking piss and like fucking coffee.
Bat. Don't forget the bat.
Yeah, there's some bats flying
Some
around.
food. Are you like a food? Do you leave food out?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He
but
does.
not in my room. I always
Okay,
eat in
cool.
here. We
That's
actually
a
have a
line.
room. When we moved in together, he like one of the conditions for me getting the master bedroom was that I was gonna not eat in the living room, and I have to eat in like this like little fucking mini room. He
No,
fucking-
no, you were told to eat
dining room?
outside.
Oh yeah, that was one of the
I
conditions.
told him to eat outside, but he
Never
never
will-
did.
What's
Yeah.
your reason?
That's why he's never ever getting
He's
a
on
master bedroom after this.
food after.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
next place
insane.
we move into, we're gonna have more than one
Yeah,
master
we're
bedroom.
gonna have to. Yeah, two
I want
masters,
to have
actually
like a
two
fucking
masters.
really, because I want to expand
Baller
the
place, yeah.
studio, yeah, and have like.
But the issue is rent. Anyway, we're going on a side tangent. Like
Does.
No,
rents are insane
yeah,
right now.
I'm
Rents are
I'm
insane.
currently like I have a double master apartment right now,
Nice.
and I'm looking into getting like a new.
Can we move in
situation.
with
Yeah,
you? Nice.
I cook Indian food.
I cook, but I don't do dishes. So
I'll
if
just
you
make a massive mess,
guys-
and I'll
fuck
let you clean it
You
up.
can go fuck yourself.
I'll let you do all the cleaning.
But he degrades you. How about that?
Okay. All right. So you just like
I
you're
degra-
totally worthless, and you degrade me.
Degrade.
I
yeah.
degrade without even trying because I'm just like a mean spirited young
Oh,
man.
cool. I'm like that too a little bit.
Yeah. You're a mean spirited young man.
Young man, yeah. No, I'm a little rude sometimes. A
Oh,
little
yeah?
cold. A little rude.
You've been fairly pleasant so far.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? I
It's on
had this
camera.
podcast guest on, and it was the most insane thing ever. It was like a dominatrix,
Mm.
female dominatrix, and a male slave, and he was crawling around on all fours, and he had a leash on.
Mm.
And
My first experience ever with adult work was when I first turned 18 years old, and this guy flew in. Kind of more to the story. He was coming in to see my manager,
Mhm.
but my female manager at the time, I was working at like a wing house, and he came in and decided to see me instead and gave me like $1,300 on the spot and just like wanted to kiss my foot. That was like
Oh
my
my God,
first
that's insane.
experience. So we actually kept talking. I still talk to him to this day. It's been like what, like 7 years? 7 years. He lives in New York City. He makes like over $1 million a year. He sends me a whole bunch of money.
what does he do?
Never had sex. He works on Wall Street. He's
Mm.
some sort of banker or something. And he all he wants, he's come to my apartment twice now, and I put stilettos like in his balls, and I
Oh my
spit on
God.
him, and
That's what exactly what the dominatrix.
Did you ever
Oh,
pee
he
on
has
him?
a-
Did you
you
ever
know
pee
what
on him? Did he
I
ask you to pee?
haven't peed on him, but I could pee on him if I
Okay.
wanted to. He's more into like the degrading, like the ball scratching, like
Okay,
the
so the
claws
ball,
and the balls, and
ball herding fetish. Yeah.
yeah, and like
Could you ever respect a man who's like the submissive to you though?
no,
Yeah, that's what I figured.
no, but that's
Yeah.
just my type.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
no, I mean, I think that's like pretty much every girl.
You
But
know
I
what
think
he
that
had though?
it's-
He had that. You've seen the prosthetic penises where
Yeah.
they blow them up with the balls.
Oh yeah,
He
but
has one
that's-
of those,
so
that's
he has
more
me
like
blow
common
it
in
up.
porn. Oh, he has
me
that.
blow. He has me. Blow
Why
it
would a
up
non-porn star have that?
because he had diabetes. Something didn't work anymore, so he
Oh,
got that done.
jeez.
Yeah.
But that's like such an extreme. Yeah,
And does he feel it like when you do anything?
It's weird. You lose sensation.
You
This
lose
is like
sensation.
this is something that happens in the porn world. Like some of the porn stars, they want to like take because you literally just blow it up
Yeah.
like a fucking tire pump. But-
Yeah, and I've also seen like the dick enhancement surgeries, like the fat transfers to the dick.
Well, that's less extreme.
I
It
think that's
looks
fine.
more extreme.
You think so?
Because when it's soft, it's like got that big
Bulge.
chunk.
Okay.
Chunk.
It's like a big chunk of fat
Oh,
that kind of
really?
like blows up the base, and
Okay,
so that
interesting.
the rest of the penis when it gets
It
hard
looks
to
like
get there.
a big ant bit the penis.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay.
there's something wrong with it. Honestly, it looks like you have like
As if like a spider
bad skin
spider bit it.
infection or
Yeah.
something because the
Mm.
skin is like flat and smooth, and then the rest of the penis is like wrinkly and
Mm.
dangly.
What about you? How do you feel about fake penises?
Ever had them?
No, I don't know.
Could you respect a guy who's like submissive to you?
I don't think so.
I don't blame you.
I like.
It's, like,
to be
unnatural.
felt submissive
All right,
more.
pretty much
Yeah.
every girl does, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the dominatrix, she was saying, she's like, it's so funny because just like watching them interact, because she has like no respect for him and he like worships her, and he like literally
Same
treats her like a
dynamic with my
goddess.
guy, yeah.
And she's like,
Amazing.
like she could. I was like, how would you feel if he left you? She's like, just trade another slave.
Like he even
literally,
said like
I love that.
I'm never good enough for her and I love it.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
I could
That's what
read
he
you
said.
some of my messages. With
Yeah,
mine.
please do.
They're
That'd be epic.
amazing.
Dude, there's part of the story that I haven't told you. That guy has been like fucking DMing me to death. He's been sending me essays and he's been trying to convince me that his game is better than mine. Like with fucking essays. I'm like, dude, I don't know why you have to like prove that you have a really good game. Like clearly I think your game is dog shit. Like you're not gonna convince me by showing me examples of random chick you match with that like your game is insane. He's literally sending messages like, I want to lick your feet and worship you, princess.
Yeah, that's literally.
I'm
I
like,
was
that's
just about to
fucking
say,
dog
like,
shit game. Like, you're not going to convince me that that's like
I
effective.
work, smell your shoes, jerk off, and go to sleep. That's what he said. Your
And these
beauty
shoes you
and
sent
your
it to
feet-
him? Or
Your beauty and your feet are my life motivation.
Oh,
I love
jeez.
you.
How do you feel? Who's this dude?
Your life is my.
this is a New York
fantasy.
dude who made his own
I
Wall
said,
Street.
"Send me money." Sent my God.
Send me money. Send me money. Is that
I
what you said?
said, "Sent." I said, "Send me money." He said, "Sent my God." Like he.
How
already
much
sent
did he
it.
send you?
He usually
My
sends me
God.
like 500 a pop, like every time I ask. So
Okay.
like
Just for
Two-
nothing in exchange, or
pretty much just talking.
oh my
Yeah.
lord,
That's
that is
incredible.
insane.
And he's and I was like, 500 is enough. He said, I can send more. I said, send more. He said, yes, goddess. I said,
Oh my
you're not
God.
stupid or broke. You need to take a bigger part of my life if you want more from me. He said, you're right, goddess.
You should be like, just send me 50K right now. Like,
At
what's
one point, he did send me a large chunk when I was moving.
How much was that?
I think he was like 5. But it's really
Oh,
like
5K, okay.
this is light. I don't see him very often, and I don't talk to him very often. If I did talk to him more, I could probably get a lot more from him.
I feel like you could probably get a lot more as is.
It's not my type of relationship. I think it's way easier to have relationships that you enjoy because this isn't my. That's not what I like. I
Yeah,
don't
but
get
this
off
guy
on
seems
that.
like a little bitch. Like I think
He is a little bitch.
Yeah, like I think he'll just, like he'll fucking get
It's fun.
Off. I think he'll get off. Yeah,
It is fun. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
I feel
That's
like I like with situations like that, like I'm fully on your side. I'm like, yo, like why not? Like this guy's
Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah.
yeah, like what will I? Yeah, like
That's
this,
where it started for me though. That's you got to know the whole story. Like when you talk to these seeking girls, like not all of them are just money mongering whores that
No, I-
money
like,
mongering.
again,
that
I
term.
Really
we
not
wouldn't put you
always
in
like
that category
that.
at all. Like
no,
no.
but he speaks down on seeking, and I find that really
Which is
sad
like-
because a lot of those girls really it's just
Who
a
me
wa-
or this guy?
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
on seeking girls, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
well-
you don't know their whole story. Like if you had the same experience as me and you knew my whole story, you'd probably be like, oh, that makes sense. Like that seems like the right thing to do.
But the issue with that is like a lot of sugar babies that we deal with are not as experienced,
Oh,
right?
for
We
sure,
we
yeah.
are we are dealing with girls who are like literally on there. Okay, I quickly need to make rent. That's why
Yeah.
they're on there. Like they signed up yesterday or day before yesterday or something like that.
Right.
Not with the experienced ones. I'm pretty sure like the experienced ones actually have a kind of like a cool story or something like a story like yours.
But our whole thing is screening out the experienced ones.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly. That's
we're
what
not
I'm
going to be able to salt daddy them because
Yeah.
they're too experienced.
Yeah.
So we got to get the less experienced
And there's
ones.
there's guys that only like experienced girls because they want a real.
that experience that the experienced ones gives.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I kind of like I was saying earlier. I think like most of the fault lies with the men. Like I don't like really like I mean you're just doing, like I mean like it is a fucking sweet gig. Like you're like you got this random dude to send you $500 with like one text. Like that is pretty fucking sweet.
I
Like
wish I could do
Yeah.
that.
like
It's
that.
extremely empowering.
That is like the closest thing I've ever had. I had this one random dude in UAE send me $2K because he was a fan of my channel and like
Yeah.
for one coaching session he wanted me to coach this song, which was weird.
Yeah.
But that was like the closest thing I've ever had to that. Versus you probably get that on the fucking daily basis. Like yeah,
What's the most you've made in one day?
probably like 10K.
Well, I told you that
The
well, no,
5K
because
one?
that wasn't all in one day. The van he wired 107.
That's incredible. And then you went and bought it.
107.
Yeah.
And I only spent 103, so I got
4K.
So yeah,
And
I
did you
mean-
like
to
use it
spend
for
on purses.
upgrades?
Actually, then took his credit card, which he had put. I had
To-
an
to-
amazing credit
be-
card with him. That's the
Epic.
best
To
part.
be a young girl,
It's like a
And
like
that's
a
part of my
joint
income
credit
that I
card or
can't
something?
even count because I don't know how much I spend on his credit card. It's just swipey swipe. So I put like 20K on the van after that.
you're still like using the credit card.
We broke up. He
Cancel it.
canceled the credit card.
No, what a
But
So
it
he
was
basically
all
had a-
consensual. It was time.
no,
for us to break
I
up.
believe it. Like I don't think you're fucking like credit card raping these dudes or something.
Absolutely not. And that's what sets like
You
real
apart.
sugar babies apart.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You can get dogged, really, but
You're like playing your own game.
Mhm.
It's like more ethical than some of. You're a little bit more upfront.
Yes, you are.
yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Which is
But
which
you're,
is what
but you're,
we
but you're,
kind
but
of
you're still
respect.
playing a game.
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. Like,
Mhm.
it's insane though. Like how, I guess this goes back to a point I make. Have you watched like this channel at all, or
Nope. I watched like one episode before I got here.
oh, which one did you watch?
It was it was some girl on. It was like one of your recent ones.
Okay.
She was on video chat with you, and you
Oh.
guys were talking about.
Are you a fangirl yet?
It was there were so many terminology. I actually got
There's-
intimidated because there was a
there's
lot of
a
terms
lot,
I didn't
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is gender revolutionist? Like
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
oh my
there-
god, like I'm from Seattle. Like there's
there's
a lot of that there,
weird,
but
yeah.
Still I was like,
There was some
gotta
that I
Google
didn't even
some.
know. Yeah, no, for sure. There's a lot of like nerdy terminology.
Just,
What was the point I was making? I was talking about I forgot. I was gonna make some kind of very articulate, intelligent point, but totally fucking slipped my mind.
okay.
Something about seeking. I was gonna say.
Yeah, you keep going back to that seeking thing.
Well, it's fascinating.
No, it is.
It is a fascinating thing. I think I was gonna say something about like guys like.
Well, you know that
Oh,
seeking
I
guys
remember.
are usually say it before you forget.
I have this like short-term memory loss.
Yeah, go.
It is the fact that like the dating marketplace, I talk about this all the time on my channel. The dating marketplace is like so stacked against men. And like I'm not like, this is not from a personal self-interest. Like I have a girlfriend, I can get laid. Like I have no problem with this now, like I did when I was younger. But like I do see this with my clients all the time. Like, and like you would think that the common stereotype people get, like, oh, they must be these ugly losers. And sure, I get like a few of those, but most of my clients are normal guys. I get some clients that are really, really good looking or
Yeah.
really successful, and they're still struggling because the dating marketplace is like so bad, especially in major US cities. So it's like guys have to, like, some guys feel like they have no choice but to resort to this. Like, I would stake my
But they
life.
need coaching. That's why you have a job, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing for me, but it's
Mhm.
like if the dating marketplace was better, I think there would be way less guys on Seeking who would be like, just dishing out cash. I think, a lot more guys would just be like meeting girls in real life. But it's like, yeah, like the dating marketplace is so fucking tough, Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is, but then it becomes like a self-perpetuating cycle. The more guys get on Seeking, the more girls get paid. The more girls think, oh, why would I go on Bumble? I can just get paid $1,000 per date.
And
So
then
it just
takes
becomes
away
this
from-
like vicious cycle
from
where the
regular guys.
dating marketplace just get watered down and watered down.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think
Tricky situation.
if you're doing your job as a coach for men, I think that if more men knew how to approach it, there would
that's
be
the
more
thing,
pussy
like,
being had
yeah,
by more than just the top 3%.
The most popular ones are actually like are not really good with game. Like that's the thing. Like
right.
the
So
most
that
popular
is
YouTube
a problem
channels.
to address. It's not like they're doing everything right and not getting
No,
it at
for
the end of the
sure.
night.
For sure,
There's
yeah.
definitely problems to
there's
address.
problems.
No, there's
and,
many.
and I'm sure there's lots of, I would consider them neckbeards. That's what I call them. That's the term
And the
I use.
fish holders.
There's
Yeah.
definitely
Fish
quite a
holders.
few of those. Yeah, I mean,
So-
the tricky thing is that, like, yeah, I'm definitely doing that, but like, I have limited reach. Like, I have 100K subs. Like,
Yeah.
that may seem like a decent amount, but in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. Like, that's like so little. If you like, just amongst the US population, there's like what, like, let's say like 20-30 million like single men in the US.
Right.
Probably more, probably 50 to 75. Like, you know, I just have such limited reach. Unless I have like 10 million followers, it's just like I can have such a small impact. It's like when you go and vote, like, you should vote, but like, you know, your vote is probably not going to make that much of a difference. So that's kind of
Well, if those men don't have the drive to fix the problem at hand, then they probably don't
Yeah,
deserve
but
to
like
get
having the drive is not
pussy
enough.
like
It's
that.
it's
Or
also
that
like how much you can make
caliber
out
of
of it.
pussy at least.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I would say the drive is not enough, right? Like
Right.
you can go to the gym every day and
No,
just do
I'm not
cardio
talking about the drive to have pussy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the drive to get help
and
to
okay.
figure out the problem.
give
is.
help?
The,
or
the
get
problem
help?
is most
Pussy.
men have an ego around that, so
Yeah.
they think
Yeah.
like they're like, oh, I don't have a problem. Sure, I haven't been laid in 5 decades, but
Would
like,
you argue that you have to tear down your ego a little bit to
Oh
get
fuck
pussy?
yeah!
100%.
So
Oh,
exactly,
100%.
that's a problem that needs to be addressed. And if they can't get over that, then they're not going to get pussy anyway.
Even for me as like a business owner or whatever, like, I have to, like, because there's things I don't know. Like, when I talk to YouTubers who have like 1 million subs, like, when they give me like tips, my ego is like, "Ugh." But then I'm like, no, like, I have to like take this in mind. So yeah, I think like to be successful at anything, you have to like keep your ego in check and constantly be in like a growth mindset.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think a lot of men don't do that or don't even think to do that. So it's like,
Mhm.
A lot of men
yeah,
are
I
in
mean, it's
denial.
nature just sorting them out a little
A
bit.
lot of people in general are into now.
And I think that's nature's way of just like sorting out the trash because not everybody should reproduce.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
I don't-
Darwinian theory.
I don't know if it's like nature, because like, okay, are you familiar with like the incel epidemic?
No. Explain it to me.
You
So-
know what incel is, though, right?
Yeah, do you know what incel is?
Spell it?
Incel.
INCEL.
No.
It's like a guy who like is basically like a virgin. Like, he doesn't have any sex. He's just
Okay.
he's
He
just
tried
so-
all he could.
Yeah,
and he
he's
could never get a
he's-
pussy.
He's withdrawing from a dating marketplace, so he doesn't even try anymore.
Okay.
And so there's some like pretty sad statistics on this, that like 10 or 20 years ago, less than 10% of the male population was not having sex. Now it's 25%.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
It's like skyrocketed.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's kind of nature's way of sorting it out. If everyone was a alpha male pussy slaying god, then it would be a huge problem.
Would it?
Yeah, it would be.
In what way?
Well, think about how it would tip the scales with women and men.
I mean, I would have a lot more competition for
this
sure.
this could be a topic all its own, but
It's definitely in my best interest.
I guess
like-
there will be
like,
a lot
as
less
a guy
followers.
a
that
lot less what?
Followers, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot less followers, a lot more leaders. But who are the leaders leading if there's no followers?
Right. Not everybody can
So there's
win.
gonna be a lot
People
of
have to
wars.
lose for there to be winners. So I feel like, yeah.
yeah,
And I do think I think it really, really does boil down to like nature,
Yeah.
natural selection.
Natural selection, yeah.
I think that's really
Pretty
what it
good way to
comes
put
down
it.
to.
Yeah.
I would like sort of agree with you, except for the fact that the incel epidemic has been so drastic in its rise that I think there's like an external factor. I do think there's an element of natural selection and Darwinian, but I think there's like an X factor, and that's like technology has like really changed
Right.
the
Seeing
game.
how much pussy your friends are getting on Instagram and,
No,
and being
plus
more discouraged
Most
by
girls,
it.
but plus most girls having the most options. Like a lot of average looking girls will still get a shit ton of options
A lot of
from
unattractive
guys.
girls
But
will-
that's natural because women would need to reproduce and women can carry children, and that's
Yeah, but
why
they're not
they-
making the choice to fly, right? Like they are
Right.
being offered to fly.
right.
So it's like the person who's reaching is the other person. So
Right.
it's not like it's her natural selection that she's doing, but the natural selection is easy for her.
Yeah.
It's been made easier.
I think we should end off this podcast by saying a prayer for like the incels. Like,
Incels.
Aw, but
let's
Please.
all put our hands together.
incels.
Dear Lord,
Please don't let
please,
more incels be
please,
born.
please, watch out for
But-
the incel brethren. For anyone whose penis has not been inside a vagina for months or years,
And in
please
the
guide their
meantime,
cock.
link in bio.
Yeah.
Please guide their cock inside a nice warm vagine. Ideally of an attractive girl, but these guys can be picky. So if it's a fat girl, that's okay too. We're okay with it, Jesus.
Mhm.
Please and thank you and praise
Overgrown
We are
God.
baby.
better.
Or green bay.
Amen.
Amen. There we go. That's good. I think that's a good way to close off the podcast. Do you guys want to plug your stuff?
Yeah, so my my Instagram is Fournier with 2 extra R's on the end.
Can you
so
spell it out?
F-O-
FOUR.
And we'll put in the description too.
FOURNIERRR. Fournier.
Follow her on Instagram. She's got a lot of good booty pics on there.
Yeah, it's
I
good
like
stuff.
The booty's popping. I will vouch for that personally.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And follow my Instagram, Cuban Barbie XO. It's pretty simple.
Same thing. Lots of good booty pics. The booty's popping. So follow both of them.
Our friend is meeting her tomorrow.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of worried that we've like put too much pressure on her now. Hopefully she doesn't.
Nah, she's gonna love
You're
it.
not gonna flake, are you?
No,
Ah,
she's
I've
cool,
been
cool.
convincing
She's
her
cool.
to try to go on the boat with me tomorrow, and she's like, "No, no,
Come
no,
on,
I
don't
have
be
to
a
meet
bitch.
this
No,
guy. I have
come
to
on.
meet
Don't
this
be a
guy."
cock
This
block. Don't
guy's
be a cock
legitimately
I'm
block.
like,
like,
"Ugh,
He's really cool.
I'm not
he
He's
can't
bullshitting
be
you.
that great." And
He's
she
cool.
showed me pictures, and I tried to belittle him. I'm
He's
not
cool. He's
even
cool.
gonna lie.
He's cool. He fucks
Okay.
well.
Remember, humongous schlong. Like,
Humongous longitis.
I literally said I was like, he looks like he has a small.
oh,
Oh, no,
no,
he is
that's
big.
the opposite. She's
He's
probably
big,
gonna
yeah.
be like
It
fucking
happens.
like walking. Like
I didn't
this
see,
tomorrow.
but
No,
I
I
like.
believe that's the skinny guy. The
Oh.
tall
But okay,
skinny.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What gave you that impression? Like he might have a small dick because of all the pictures he has, or
She's just being a hater.
I was just being a fucking bitch. No, I'm
okay,
kidding.
you were trying to
to,
give her a better option.
She
She
which
just
is
wants
both.
to get her on the boat.
Yeah,
Ah,
no, I
smart.
think there was
I see what
something.
you're
There
doing.
was something that led me to think that. I think it probably was the too much.
Too much.
aspect of
Yeah.
him,
Okay. That's understandable.
Yeah.
I tell him to tone it down. I try to do
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah. I've been telling him, so he's been doing that.
Hey, last question for you. What would you do if a guy invited you to this sick boat party and then turns out like you get there and it's like his bathtub and he's got like a tiny little boat and he's like, look at my boat.
A for effort. That's fucking hilarious.
And
That'd
then
be funny.
ducky toy.
Like that would be so cute and funny. I think.
Yeah, you'd be down. Okay.
Yeah.
Like he'll actually be like, okay, come upstairs, and then I'm in the bathroom. Can you come real quick? And they're like, here you go. Here's a boat.
I would laugh and then just undress and get in the bathtub.
Bam.
Ooh.
Perfect.
And he combines it with degrading. You like my boat, you dumb little slut.
That's it. Cherry on top. Cherry
Yeah.
icing on the cake.
Now get on the boat.
Literally.
It's like a ducky. Get on the fucking boat, you dumb slut. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
That's so
That's
funny.
hilarious.
Food for thought. Food
No,
for
no,
thought.
no, no.
All right, cool, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we have off. Monday we have a podcast with the guys, with Austin, Avery. It's gonna be a good time. And then we got debates through the week, Tuesday, Wednesday. We got a lot of good debates. So make sure you like button. Check out the girls' Instagram. They have some top-notch booties on there. So check that out.
Best in Miami.
Yeah, indeed. So thanks everyone for
Best,
tuning
wow.
in. Until next time.
Bye. My heel has been in his ear.
Just hit enter.